server is now level 1 for nitro boosting.
What?
We're leveling up, guys.
I wonder how that happened.
We should level up in D&D, right?
Uh,
So we can
Segues.
have more segments.
I need
Why does
more
Bear never
spells,
speak?
okay?
There's too much going on.
Yeah, that's
Why does
enough
Bear
speaking.
never speak though?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Acceptable use of
Did
cricket.
you expect to get a clear answer? What?
You're welcome. There
God
may have been
damn
a
it.
certain JoJo fan here that deserved that one.
I need to go ahead and
It's
favorite
me,
that
I
one.
know.
Okay. So guys, how's it going?
Ah, he's speaking!
Oh wait, no, we didn't get a joke in before the stream started.
The world's smallest violin
We need one for starters.
really needs an
done.
audience.
Are you done? I don't think you're done.
We get one more, right? Right, Blaine?
Wait, can I do one more sound effect real fast?
What of everything go?
This...
Yes!
What the hell?
Yes!
If you're Nitro, you can do them
No,
from other
you're
servers.
doing it for you!
Hey Blaine.
Yeah. What's up,
Oh,
man?
What did
no, don't let me jokes.
What should you eat before a race?
Ooh. I don't know. What should you eat before a race?
Why do you
Nothing,
sound so
you fast.
excited?
God fucking damn it.
That timing.
Oh wait, it's fucking. I wanted it to stop, but it won't. That's very upsetting.
Yeek. Okay. Where are we at here? Hang on.
Oh no.
Did we lose him?
No.
Who made that?
Oh, who
Where's
did that?
Every single. No,
Who
think
did
about it.
that?
Every single time Netta makes a joke, I'm just gonna go.
Oh my god.
We already have the one for the Discord beep. I hate the fake sounds.
Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. I'll be right back.
Maybe it's
That makes no sense. I don't get it. Usually they just wrote like random.
I hate everyone.
there you go. Gotcha, Blaine.
Okay.
In my personal opinion,
How's everybody doing? Everybody about ready?
I'm
everybody good
doing
to
wonderful,
go?
thank you. I'm
That's
doing
great.
Nymeria practice in the background though, so until we start, I'll be on mute.
Oh, well, you know, we could do Nymeria practice together.
We
We
could
could.
just do that here, or we could just start if everyone is ready.
We could just start.
No, but I give me like a minute.
How much practice do you need?
Board, try to use the soundboard.
I haven't done her voice.
Leave me
all morning.
alone.
No, just use the soundboard. Okay, it does?
That was me.
Oh, no, yeah. Forward. Can you?
Jesus.
Okay.
Welcome back, Sal. I
Okay.
missed you.
Aw, thanks.
Rex, are you even here? I mean, you're in the chat. I'm just making sure you actually live.
What files or like what windows do I need open again? I have Lotus Forge
Really, all you
open.
need is Lodos. And
For
that's
you
it.
guys, yeah, that's pretty much just the one. For me, it's like 80,000 screens.
Okay.
It's because you have a bunch of generators open.
No, I
Yeah.
just have a lot of notes.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
The
Oh, my
generator, I don't
computer's
use the
not- I haven't touched
generators
it for that long.
during, because like that's unwieldy.
So, does
Huh.
the soundboard button still there for you, or is it gone?
It's gone.
Okay, double checking.
All right,
Happy Blaine.
everybody, give me a
Good
mic
Blaine.
check so I make sure everything fucking works. One at a
Mic
time,
check.
please.
I'm gonna kill everybody in this room, including myself.
Glorious.
That's not a good mic check.
Oh, you're so right. Oh my god, is that Berea?
I'm adjusting
God,
sound.
the worst
right
Nymeria I've ever heard.
When is a door not a door?
When it's something Neto crashes into and knocks himself out with.
When
When
it's
it's
a
a
jar.
When it's a jar!
God damn.
I prefer my answer.
Did I get it?
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah!
You were saying it at the same time.
Hey, Sal.
Decaf?
Sal.
Excuse you? Stop it. Not inappropriate. No, wait, no. It's fine.
You're right. This wasn't platonic. I'm sorry, Sal. We can't do this again.
No, please don't contact me.
My net worth is through the floor after doing that. No, you don't have for you, Kirby.
Bear.
So wait, not a
Literally
mic
not.
check.
We'll do the hard one. Wait, here we go.
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? Who knows
I
if he's
yelled.
alive? I don't know
yelled
if he's
across
alive.
the house, but you know.
Right. Wait. We've waited. We waited a half an hour. We can wait a little longer.
We can?
No.
Sal, when you commented on my Instagram, you actually scared me, by the way.
Why?
Good.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting to interact with my story.
What?
Did you like forget who I was or something?
No, I knew who you were, but I was like, oh my god, wait, Sal's messaging me on a platform she's never messaged me on.
Well, it's because I haven't been using Instagram in a while because of school and stuff, but now that I'm finished with school, I'm actually
Dude, I need
socializing.
to finish that art drawing. It's like, it's coming along really nicely, but it's a lot of work.
It looks
but
like it.
I haven't been able to do it.
Nymeria, Nymeria.
Nymeria this, Nymeria that. How about Nymeria some bitches?
I mean, if she's interested.
Basically.
You know what? Hey, yo! Oh, wait. Ford, you don't follow me on Instagram, so you haven't seen this, so I kind of want to show you what my progress
Or
is.
you don't show her so that she follows you on Instagram.
No, what's your problem?
Ford, can you follow me on Instagram?
Could you follow me? Follow for follow.
Follow for follow.
Oh god, with the British accent. Is that how I sound?
Follow for follow. You know, it's funny. I had somebody walk into my store with an Irish accent.
Oh my god, I've been getting so stuck in Irish accents lately.
No, but it was
Like
funny. So
whenever
this
I try
guy,
to do anything.
this girl comes in with an Irish accent right after me and the cashier were like, "What? You will get some what?" Walked in with an Irish accent. We didn't remember what our own voices were.
God, and you kept doing it.
Eek.
No, we didn't even do the British. We just kind of like paused. Like we didn't know how to talk for a second. So Ford, about that follow on Instagram.
Yeah. What about it?
It's not gonna happen, is it?
No.
Ooh.
Ford will not do anything
Why do
on
they look
Instagram with
different?
anyone.
Okay, Ford, this is my progress on that drawing I showed you.
What, Nymeria?
No.
Oh.
Let's go ahead.
Why did you sound so disgusted at the idea that it was Nymeria?
Because it's been haunting me. Were you? Carmy?
Okay, I'm looking.
I mean, could we just say that Rex slept in until...
It's just
No.
a recap anyway.
That's
Like,
true.
it's more like I just want to make sure we're here because I don't want to have to re-explain things.
Yeah.
Can we @Rex some more times?
Yes, let's all do it.
Yeah, do
I
it.
mean,
Make him suffer.
that could be done. But like,
Oh, I have the wrong icon on right now.
Oh yeah, speaking of, everybody change your name.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
And then when we're done with today's session, please change your name back to your normal name.
Wait, why?
Normal.
Everyone knows everyone's name here, okay?
What if I
Actually,
never
Hi, this
It's
is
really
me.
funny you say
Edit
that because Kelly
server.
Kelly got on and she couldn't figure out who anybody was.
Aww.
She doesn't know our D&D names. How dare she?
I know,
How
right?
What
dare
if I've
she?
never changed it to Netto?
You
And I've
you
always
could
done this
change it to
person.
Netto.
Yeah, but what
I
if?
feel like you have before.
Not
No,
by
he
my
hasn't.
volition. Someone
Oh.
else could.
Look,
have
Oh,
Put
changed
a
I
lot of
probably did
work.
it. Yeah.
Here's
You
the
ran
thing,
off
though.
without me, coward.
Here's the thing, Blaine. I put a lot of work into my banner and my icon to go
Well, too
ahead.
bad you're
and-
not a rogue anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to change it back afterwards.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can do whatever you like. It is
Thank
all you.
Thank you. I will.
But as far as names go, you should change your name.
What? Why?
For Kelly.
I don't care.
For our viewers
How dare you?
specifically. Because when this is recorded, I record the name, and it's not going to make a lot of sense if it's Katari.
Yeah, no,
Well, it's
I
not
was
gonna be
changing
Katari,
that.
It's gonna be Nymeria.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
no, I'm saying I don't want to change it after Nymeria.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I don't.
Yay!
Whatever. However it works.
Why are they not dying?
No, we all do that for you.
Read. Right side.
Hey, Sal.
Wait.
How you doing?
I'm doing very good.
All right. Well, I'm
Confused.
done waiting.
I'm not. Where is he?
Not here.
He slept in.
No.
He joined the call.
We're supposed to have a demon in our room right now. I would like to banter off of him.
Maybe it was just a demon in bed.
Yee.
He's lost his voice. He's been disgruntled.
From the demon in
Damn
bed?
it, Andy. Oh, fix that. Fix that later. It's not important right now.
Let me all do that for you.
All right.
Crummy.
Guess what?
No. Chicken butt.
Maybe I don't
really?
like guessing games. Why can't you ever just tell us?
Why not chicken butt?
Why is everything a game to you?
Yeah.
'Cause, I don't know.
Why can't the answer be
wouldn't
chicken butt?
What?
Yeah,
What?
you're not making a great argument right now. Like,
Oh,
your
right.
argument's okay, but the point is just not valid.
Hey, Ford.
Hi.
Oh.
Let's see
So-
how I say my jokes, but
What's up, guys? Welcome everybody to episode 14.
Oh, thanks for welcoming me.
Yeah, it's not really for you.
Oh,
It's for us together as in one entity because we're just that cool.
you need to calm yourself.
Welcome to episode 14 of an ongoing
13.
series.
13.
No, it's 14,
13.
isn't it?
13.
13.
It's 14.
Well, I'm gonna
Oh
change
my god.
this.
It's 13.
Okay.
I
well,
hate
it's
how much our
13 now.
DM doesn't understand.
I'm dead.
Wow.
we all know.
Either.
Wow. So anyway, everybody got crushed by
Yeah,
a
not bad.
meteor last night. And,
Look, I'm just saying. It's Blaine. Blaine is old.
Aye. Nymeria at least is gonna die.
Are you in a... what?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
How
So,
long ago did I miss that?
Why do we have a dinosaur advertisement on your fucking...
oh, yeah, I should probably wait for that to time out. I ran an ad right before we started. It's got 30 seconds left.
It's literally taking forever.
Oh, I know. Well,
I
it's
really...
'cause-
You know what? Oh god, his tiny little hand! Oh my god!
What
Are you
the
really
fuck?
liking the dinosaur ad, or...?
Loves an ad, yeah.
There was a dinosaur with tiny little hands!
It's really playing to that younger audience, you know?
Hey,
Wait, does anyone have Rex's, does anyone have Bear's actual phone number?
I'm in the same
It's
building.
in the
as him.
same
Yeah.
house.
Andy's literally living there right now.
Andy, go get him!
I would love to, however, comma, I can't.
Why?
It's not
can.
his job.
It's his job now.
No. Rex doesn't want to
Rex
show
is
up
an
and Rex
adult.
dies. It's too bad for Rex,
No,
you
he's
know?
not.
Just
What is preventing you from getting up and going and grabbing him?
Not much, but I cannot.
And let me do that for you.
That is not an Andy necessity. It's not something Andy should have to do. Yeah.
He's
So
not
anyway,
his dad.
I'm gonna start over now that all the ads are done playing.
God, I hate this fucking game.
Welcome everybody.
What do you
Goddamn.
do?
Episode
Yeah.
13.
Why can't we be in the same room together versus me in the fucking bowl? You know what
Let
I mean?
him do the recap.
I can't
Sorry.
remember the recap.
Please.
That was dying.
What recap?
What's a recap?
Let's see.
I got notes.
Yeah, I do have notes. Hang on. They're not very good notes, though.
Thing behind
You
it.
should go to my notes then. My notes
Well,
are good notes.
They're hidden. Why don't you recap it for us?
Thing.
I
no.
would
Yeah.
love to.
Yeah.
All right,
All
let's
right.
go.
Give me
Oh
the
god, I'm
recap.
so scared.
Okay.
Let me scroll up to the top of the session. Give me a minute.
You gotta give it in bite-sized, chunks. It's
Bite-sized.
digestible for the entire
Just kinda,
group.
just list out the whole campaign in vivid detail.
So Svenna, right? Svenna was like talking to the demon a lot, being a little secretive,
straddled it.
being a little cool. Yeah, no, so Svenna went ahead, she straddled the demon. Everyone remembers that.
Me too.
Was that actually last session?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then
Oh my
Just
God.
before last
So,
session.
and then we had the bartender go ahead, and the bartender was bringing out drinks. The bartender said, "You know what? We have a special little drink. It's a tiny drink." And then
Oh,
half
right.
the party said, "I don't really want
I
it."
forgot about that.
And then the demon went ahead to try and eat it, and just didn't go very well.
Also tried to eat me.
Svenna was attempting to
Wink, wink.
baby feed the demon half the time. Svenna grabbed her ale, pulled it into a bowl of soup instead so that he could drink the ale that
Right.
way. Because tiny utensils don't work very well for the demon.
The Minotaur uses them just fine.
There was Lafia was as
love
quoted
this
by Barry.
recap
Barry
right now.
walked in and Lafia went ahead and said, "Ayo, she's meeting with an important old associate," and she requested to meet with the party the next day.
A blue old associate.
Did they
Were
say
they
he had
blue?
tattoos?
They were blue.
It's Rise.
It's Rise.
Yeah,
They just
my
told us
bad.
they were blue.
Okay. Svenna is excited
I mean,
to
I don't
mention
know who
her
this
ogre
mysterious
lover.
blue man is. Maybe he's a Smurf.
I don't know where exactly this point happened, but I wrote this down, so I think I need to name it. Svenna seems exceptionally excited at the mention of her ogre lover.
Oh, I think that was Thulam and Hilda, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They all went to the market together, and at the market, we beat
went
this
wee, wee,
poor
wee,
man
also.
at the marketplace into submission of taking his shit.
Okay, don't say that. Maybe.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about accurate, though.
with words of kindness, and a demon.
I'm dead.
No, you're not.
Oh, you're right there.
Also, Berea found a magical piece of paper that Nymeria identity checked, so now we have a piece of paper. Very fun.
You need to give me a piece of paper.
Yeah, we do. I do.
Was it
I
a
do,
magic piece of
definitely.
paper?
Because she had 2 magic bits of paper.
I have 2 magical pieces of paper right now, yeah. We bargained with the poor shopkeep to basically keep giving us items. With the intimidation of the demon. There's the more accurate... The more accurate thing. Sorry, I'm scrolling.
Yeah, you're good.
Mhm.
This is basically how mine go.
Let me see.
Let me do that for you.
Let me do that for you. The dwarf who worked at the shop was named Drogon or something.
Reading this off notes, I would hope you know. I realize I can't lose any percent
No,
of
but
my
it's
HP, right?
Kind of the same thing of you write down the name, but you don't quite remember if it's pronounced the way you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I would definitely correct that if I had written the guy's name down at all.
So clearly it's not going to come up again.
It's Jogon now.
I need to go collect dream pastries. Gotta remind myself of that personally. we headed to the town guard training area. While
Gloria
I
won
think,
everything.
well, like Neto and Sal went off to go check on the ogres, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but the rest of the party went to the training area, and we had 2v2s and 1v1s, and everyone was kicking everybody's ass.
No, Berea kicked everyone's ass.
No. Barry apparently
Yeah.
is the MVP, according to fucking Ryan.
I hate this game so much.
Yeah, barely won. Barry won barely on one condition. Yeah, because he's fucking stupid.
The fact that he was on team with Berea.
Yeah,
was
no,
pretty
and then
good.
Berea made Nymeria see God
Yeah,
by
'cause she-
casting Ice Ball. They stopped their little skirmish at around 4:35ish, and then around 6:30, I believe they got all back to the tavern. So bad at this. I'm so nervous.
Don't be so nervous. Literally, we just shoot the shit here. This is fine. This is actually a really good recap. Anyway,
Yep, my
Right.
brain remembers everything now.
Whoa.
all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we had again the demon talking to Nymeria. Nymeria began getting suspicious of Svenna talking to the demon, and they had an exchange of looks, I remember. Then yeah, we got to the bull ale mug of soup.
Wait, we also had a bonding moment.
We did have a bonding moment. Do you remember exactly the bonding moment?
It was, well, you found out that I was hiding my telepathy from you guys.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was mentioning with the I give you a look.
Yeah, but then
Um,
you said that you trusted me.
Oh shit, did I now? Well,
you
that's
did.
so weird that
Mm.
you are bringing up that I trusted you.
Yeah, don't you remember?
remember you
one of
trusting
the it was a halfling or a dwarf or something came, regardless, a fucking ankle biter came over to our table.
Oh,
my God.
right.
After
I
we
remember
read-
this now.
Awesome.
We were
And-
so horrible to it.
And we went ahead and we liquor boarded him.
No, we
No, we
boarded him.
boarded him.
No,
We
sorry, yeah, no,
boarded
wait.
him.
We were going to have to liquor board him. Then Rex decided to turn him upside down and shake him like a fucking maraca.
Mm.
And I almost got what I deserved. And then what was it? Svenna put the bowl to his face.
Yep, I saved you.
Thank you.
I was
My
gonna
cloak
block
would have
it
been
anyway.
tarnished.
Unbelievable.
Oh, right.
I
Right. Because you guys. Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
look. I
We're
was
gonna
being
get a visit from
incredibly
the god.
insulting and happily racist towards this.
And you were
dude.
gonna get your comeuppance, but then me and Spanner tried to
Ooh.
save you.
Yeah,
should've
no,
let it
okay.
happen, really.
You saved my noble cloak. Thank you so much.
What, the one made
And-
a demon wing?
Yep. Mhm. And then I have a statement of why I don't deal with people under the height of 3 foot. 25 copper fell on the floor. 20 silver out of just shaking him, I believe, was the thing. The demon was drinking out of a pitcher, and he has more of efficiency on that versus the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like how much emphasis you put on demon.
Everybody
Look, it's
loves
my field.
Morlock,
It's,
man.
granted, it's my field journal. And I'm supposed to make these all first-person notes later.
The
Uh,
demon's in bold.
I think you've had.
Oh yeah,
plenty
when
of
Svenna was
demon
trying to
mistakes.
feed the demon, Rex slapped the demon on the shoulder, causing her to narrowly miss his teeth lunging and clamping down on her hand.
The adrenaline.
Nymeria, while watching this, was becoming the biggest wine haunt known to history as she sipped her wine judgmentally to the
Whoa,
people
her
looking around. With the salt packets that came with the tiny, with the tiny drinks, I believe Rex was trying to throw it into the demon's ale, and the demon did not like the reaction as his face kind of soured, taking the drink before spitting it back into the cup. And then I'm almost to the end of my notes. Here we go, right? Svenna managed to straddle the demon while
Managed
Well,
to. We're so proud of her for that.
We're so proud of her. She was so brave.
Not everyone can mount a demon.
Mm-hmm. And with her straddling the demon, Nymeria stood over her, swirling her wine like a disappointed mom.
God.
Oh my god, I remember
This
that.
situation.
They
I
went to
distinct-
their individual rooms. Nymeria and Rex went to go watch the demon in their room, and then Berea and Svenna shared the bed in theirs. Netto went to his own, and that is where we ended the night. I feel like I got better at the recap as I kept
Amazing.
talking.
As you went on,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
always
Very
how the
good.
recaps go every time.
As you remember what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's more
Well,
and
yeah,
more
you'll
recent.
remember, and then also you just sort of get more confident in the way that you're explaining it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's my
Public
first time
speaking.
recapping, so it was like
You did
very
so
skittish
great.
at the beginning.
You should do
And
it
it was
again.
also, yeah, you know what? Can I do next
That's a
recap
note keeper.
too?
You should do it as Nymeria in character.
You know what? That'd
True.
actually be kind of fun.
that
would
would
be
be
funny.
so cool if like each character had a week to like recap it from their perspective.
Cool. We should do that.
Oh,
Actually, I
Please,
kinda
put
like
everything
that.
in my perspective.
Yeah.
I can't
But
wait
then,
for
like,
Neto's
we'd all
week.
have to go through Nymeria's notes and figure it out.
Nope, you just get
Y'all
Neto's
just bombarding
recap.
my shit because like that was actually the problem with me recapping this was a lot of this is from Nymeria's perspective, so I had to,
Right.
had to remember this more as
Change
the
it.
whole party.
Okay.
Cool.
well
we should do
then-
that.
With this in mind, is there anything that was not recapped from Nymeria's point of view and would like to be recapped
Any
from someone
personal
else's point of view?
opinions?
Well,
Oh.
I met Hilda, and then I negotiated with Hilda
Yes.
to try
No,
and.
where's the accent?
Oh, hold on. I have to turn on the Scottish.
so
amazing.
You're just like
a
a
Scottish
Scottish little.
Scottish
Wow,
A
think
little
about it. 3
Scottish
of us are from
ilf.
Britain.
responsibilities.
So I met with Hilda, and then I was trying to negotiate with Hilda. Oh, that's not Scottish.
It's kind of Scottish. Like, you're
You'll
getting
get back
closer.
into it.
It went a little British or Australian there. Negotiated with Hilda to try and get the ogres to coordinate with what's her name, Lafia,
You know, I'm just.
to try and. It's too hard trying to focus on the Scottish accent and remembering what
Nah,
happened
just do
now.
your normal.
Yeah,
You're good. You're
Even
good.
your normal voice is fine.
But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Was I was trying to like comfort them that like I would figure out how to make them assimilate into the village,
Oh,
into the
right.
town.
You were trying to
Assimilated,
get.
my
Yeah.
head immediately went to hive minds.
Hive minds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hive mind.
I really
hive
like
mind.
this whole. You guys are recapping everything for me because I can write my
Because
notes.
it takes away work from you and you get in character stuff.
It's working out great.
Look, it makes my notes feel worthy.
Heck yeah. Okay,
Don't forget Sal. Disabilities.
responsibilities.
Disabilities.
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 Adapted
I'm so
physical
glad this has been
disability.
clarified so I didn't just randomly yell disabilities that one time.
Nope,
Because I was
disabilities.
really worried about that in like a Twitch stream and I just yelled it and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, you
It's gonna
can't really
come
yell.
back.
You can't be like disabilities. You can't do
Disabilities,
that with any,
disabilities.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like
yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
hard thing to explain.
That's what we get,
5
dude.
years down the line, we're gonna get canceled for it.
That's fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry if you heard that.
Nope. Didn't
Oh,
hear it,
really?
whatever it was.
Something about your Catholic religion?
I don't
No, I had that by
resubscribe to
feeling.
Bold Mordred. What a loser.
Yikes.
We're all subscribed to him.
No, we're not. We lost all of our subscriptions that Andy
Did
gave
we?
us.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
It's been a while since we actually. I think I've still got one. I don't know.
Oh,
You'll subscribe to
Unfortunately,
yourself?
yeah, we got the subscriptions and then fucking went like a month without.
wah, wah, wah.
Thanks for subscribing, Andy.
Well, see,
Wow.
It's already
But,
been there. I just get to gloat about it.
Uh,
Why are you
Okay,
sending
I'm
a
done.
monkey with hearts? Is it because you're a
because
monkey?
the little icons that like they're the Twitch ones. I got a monkey.
There we go.
It's because you're a monkey,
God damn
right?
it.
Stop calling me a monkey. Okay, continue.
Some monkey.
Ah,
Are we starting now?
I don't know.
Internally.
Okay,
Andy,
wait,
damn it.
Andy,
We've done
Andy,
the recap.
Okay, hang on.
please go, Andy, go grab him.
No, it's fine. We're just gonna continue. He will join in at some point. So, couple other things. Berea, did anything happen to you in the last session that
I was with Nymeria the whole session.
We
Were
were
you?
hanging out. We were fighting
Yeah,
each
we were being
other.
besties.
She
You got a book
made me
too,
see
didn't you?
God.
I got the paper.
I'm holding
Cool.
onto her
You got
paper
a
right
book.
now because I did an
The book was
intimidation
the
check
session
against the
before
market.
last.
I rolled really high towards those merchants, and I feel
Mhm.
powerful.
You had great rolls that session until we had to fight.
I had great rolls figuring out which one of us is the top and the bottom before session.
I'd rather if we didn't talk about that until after session.
Okay, yeah. Of course.
Platonic and all.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
platonically?
Platonically.
Platonically. Okay. Well then, I'd say we
Yeah.
are good to move forward then. Andy, thank you for the subs. Shout
No
out.
idea what you're about.
Shout out for Sir Burton. 74.
I'm subscribed again.
Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we'll go ahead and begin. At this point, you all ended up going back to the inn, if I remember.
Yes, we slept for the night.
Right.
I remember the 21st night of September.
I'm gonna have to adjust this sound.
Um,
Am I too loud? Am I too
I'm
quiet?
gonna
No,
really
I,
struggle with
Quality.
it.
No, it's it's thank you for the
Stream alert?
subscription. Yeah, no, for the follow. And like every time a follow happens, it's always really loud, and I'm like, I gotta adjust that. I can't hear anybody when that happens.
Bing.
But anyway, okay. So, you guys ended up going back to the inn, and then I believe you all stayed in separate rooms. Oh yes,
What?
I remember how this went.
It was
right.
definitely not separate rooms.
Not separate rooms. Let me
Look.
rephrase that.
I went
Let
ahead
me
and I
rephrase
told
that.
you which rooms everyone was in.
No, we got this. Everybody's in their proper room. Everybody, make sure you get a full rest real quick.
The daemons that come in.
Pretty sure I have
See.
one, but I'll do it.
I love me a long rest in life.
See, he's here. He did the rest. Oh, did you do
That
the
is
rest?
so cool.
I'm assuming I got a long rest.
Well, you,
It's fine if
you
I
can
just
do
hit it
that.
again, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah, it
just hit
doesn't
it.
matter.
Okay.
Once you've hit it once, it doesn't really apply. It
It
doesn't
just
matter
resets
anymore.
it.
Okay, yeah. Long rest.
Moon
How did
dancer.
what roll for you? Oh no. Okay. Things are
So-
being slow.
As you all went to bed with either somebody or
Jeez, you
without
understand.
somebody.
Continue.
Yeah, the burning question is, was it really a long rest? And the follow up answer to that is whatever it was probably didn't last long.
That's what she said.
So Neto got his own room. Berea and Svenna shared a room platonically. Rex and Nymeria also shared a room with the demon, not so platonically. And that is where we begin. The sun is going to be cresting over the horizon. Neto, you would have been probably the first awake because the sun, of course.
Mm.
And as it cracks through the window in your room, you're already alert and ready for it. We'll go ahead and begin there.
There's already a halfling are performing, and we are paused.
There's no performing halfling. What are you talking about?
Oh my
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Let's just leave that one there.
god.
Yeah, just like all the other things on the right side of the map that we can all see.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't get rid of these.
I think
you
that's
see
just a
the-
glitch.
Yeah,
Wait, when you
it is a
hover
glitch.
over them, they disappear.
Nope, not for me.
Oh,
they do
well,
for
probably
us.
because you're the
Okay, yeah.
DM.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
Sorry,
I
was
did something
talking
here
to
and it just
people. Was I
Yeah,
biffed
asked
my
up the
head
whole
was an
thing.
ass.
Yeah.
We're starting whenever we're unpaused, I assume.
Are we doing
Unpaused.
things?
Neto's got to do his acrobatics out of bed, you know?
Absolutely.
He wants to flip out of bed. No. Decaf, I saw you on that window.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hydrate.
I saw
Thanks
how
for
like run
hydrate.
away from the window after. Decaf, I see you near it. Step away. That's where you should be, yeah.
So it is morning, guys. Neto, you're kind of up and about. Nymeria, you'd be kind of struggling to come awake. Berea and Svenna, you're gonna wake up and at the same time, when you wake up next to somebody and you wake up at the same time and you happen to look directly at the other one.
We're
That's
sitting there
happening.
staring into each other's eyes.
I have a question.
What's your question?
So, it was stated as a last session that the window was closed, but I'm pretty sure I'm sharing the bed with a barn animal. Would it not be 300 degrees for me?
Sounds like a
You
personal
could leave the window
problem.
open if you
could
want.
probably just go open it.
Oh god, oh no, what is he doing? He's not supposed
Oh
to do
no,
that,
he's
he'll
gonna
die!
jump.
I am gonna go over, I am gonna open the window, because it's hot as fuck.
Well, as you open the window, the sun is rising in that direction, so direct beam of light hits your eyes.
Oh, mother... I hate this stupid town.
Can I also exit and climb up to the roof?
Absolutely.
Why are you why would you be going to the roof? Also,
checking your
why is
thing.
our door
Okay.
locked?
Because
You guys wanted it locked, so I locked it for you.
I didn't want it locked.
Somebody
I wanted it open.
locked. You guys wanted some private time.
No, I would have opened it.
yeah, she would have. Oh, I would have closed it to close it, but
You're
I
literally
don't know how to
climbing
lock
on the
it.
roof from the window, so
No, I meant
acrobatics,
from the. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Skills, acrobatics.
skills.
Oh, they just
What
run
is guide
acrobatics
the
on
Oh
raid?
shit.
Yeah,
Can I see her?
Oh, that's still a
falling?
15.
Andy, you've
No,
been
as she
doing.
goes to climb out the window,
Or
she's gonna be like
Neto-
half awake and be
Neto,
like, "What
you've
the
been
hell
doing
are
this
you
long
doing?"
enough. I don't require an acrobatics because you've been doing this since you arrived in the town,
just-
nonstop.
Fucking maniac, on god.
So
I've
you-
only been doing athletics, so just straight climb, but
Oh well.
nonetheless,
Eh.
yeah. It's a sheer wall, not a. I don't need flippy shit to do it.
I
Yeah, but I
can do
wasn't gonna have
flippy
you
shit
roll
to do
anyway.
it.
Yeah, another point.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
Who else going up to the?
So both of you climb the roof about the same time. Hi.
No, as I see Svenna go to the thing, I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Um.
Mm.
I'll
She's gonna stare at me and climb away.
No, I would respond. I just have to
Yep.
get my morning stretches in.
And stretch.
Do that by climbing the building.
I wouldn't have waited for your response, so I might not have heard that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have said that and immediately
Say you
jumped
left or
up to
anything.
the-
Like, she wouldn't reply if you just left.
All right. Go ahead and assume that Svenna and Neto are now on the roof.
'Kay.
You two would obviously see each other climbing up about the same time.
Give my kind of curt wave from my corner to the roof and just start climbing towards the top spire.
Dude,
And just kind
Nate.
of morning, little smile, and
I would return your wave. I probably wouldn't go up to the very top, but I would go to wherever a comfortable edge is and just sit there.
Like what Ryan asked in the, I don't like that you pinned that. No, Barry doesn't deserve to emerge around the corner.
Are you serious? No.
So Svenna,
I
you
hate you.
you make your way up near the top of the spire, is what you said.
Yeah, I don't know what the roof of the inn looks like, but I would have.
It's like a peak. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of comes in the four sides to a peak.
Oh, okay.
Neto will
on-
be at the top.
On one of those, four comes into the four sides. Oh, okay, I see. Is there room for both of us to sit next to each other? Is there a flat spot at the peak?
oh,
Yeah. There would be a flat spot, yeah, because you're writing stuff up there, aren't you, Neto?
That's what she said.
Yeah, I would say I was expecting one to come up to like, not like a spire peak, but like to like a V top piece, so you could literally just sit. It's got
Yeah,
the main
that's what I was
beam.
thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
So, yeah,
most of the roofing, or at least in the editor, like the roofing at the very center point tends to be a flat square.
Yeah.
a main support beam for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I just imagined I was more of like standing on it more than sitting, but
Well, I'm
Neto-
gonna be
Neto's
doing like
standing.
yoga poses, so like
Yeah.
handstands and shit.
Handstands on the flat,
Yeah.
right where Neto is standing.
well, I mean, it
This
should
is
be
gonna be
like
great,
10,
guys.
20 feet long. Like, wait.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
could see why it would be that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Yep. So Svena's up there doing some yoga stretches, and Andy or
Meanwhile,
Neto, you're just
Tracy's downstairs. Like, what the hell are these people doing on my
a
roof?
lot of thumping every morning. Like she's used to it at this point.
No, but this time there's double.
That's true.
I'm pretty light-footed. I'm a rogue. I got stealth.
I'm not.
That's what you'd like to say.
Thump, thump, thump.
It's more of just like thump tip tap, thump tip tap, thump tip tap.
So Neto, you're just facing the sun and absorbing it whilst she's doing her stretches. Then
Taking my first bits to kind of like, relax, sit back, and just enjoy the morning sun, but like not used to visitors, so I'll kind of stop and just like look over casually over the shoulder for a bit, and then go back to the sun, enjoy, and then just if she makes any more noises or whatever, I'll probably just turn to see whatever the fuck she's doing again. But
okay. So do you make noises?
I would only be making like deep breathing, like meditative deep breathing, and also my eyes would be closed.
Brave on a 2-story roof, aye.
It's part of my training.
It is. All right. Well, then we'll let you guys finish up your morning routines. Borea and Nymeria, is there anything that you two are individually doing?
After seeing her climb out the window, she definitely just like sighed or like rolled her eyes and just went back to sleep. She's not in a
Amazing.
rush to get up or anything.
I do-
Unfortunately, Svena left the window open, so that sun shines just directly on your face.
The window was open before.
Well, same problem.
You know, Berea, she
You'll
likes
turn
to
over.
tan her face in the morning.
Actually, no, she's gonna be really sad and pull the covers over her face.
Amazing. Glorious.
Is Rex still sleeping? Is that what we're
Yeah,
we're
I
consensus is?
rolled
Okay.
for Rex whether he's awake or not. He is as passed out as possible. Like, this is a deep slumber. He is not coming out of it.
Man, you
What's
really
in the mirror
tired
yet?
him out.
Oh.
I don't like this fucking
A demon
game
in the
anymore.
I
That's
mean,
it. I'm leaving
everything is just
campaign.
sort of. Maybe I should describe the room.
Yeah, let's describe
in
the room.
shambles.
You're
End of
literally
story.
like, let's move away from this topic.
So upon closer inspection of the room, there's a handful of the extra pillows. Handful of the
Pillows.
extra pillows all over, blankets strewn about. The bull is sleeping, like face planted into the pillow. But
Oh.
like,
I love your hand motion for
yeah,
face
the hand
planting.
motion's supposed to be the description.
Okay.
Just totally passed out, snoring, but it's not overwhelmingly loud. It's more just like a snore. I don't know how to just like
Like a horse.
yeah, but without the whinny.
More like an ogre.
Morlock is just staring at the ceiling. His one wing sort of wrapped
Oh,
around
shit!
him.
We forgot something
Uh,
about the fucking recap. He got drunk off his ass and saw spinning colors on the roof.
Yep, sure did. Currently, he is just staring at the ceiling. He's got his one remaining wing wrapped around him, similar like a blanket, as he lays strapped to the bed. He doesn't seem to notice or really care what you're doing currently.
I definitely do. I look over at Rex, and she's just gonna kind of give a sigh as she looks over to Rex. And she's going to look back over to Morlock, and she walks over, and she begins to undo what is tying him down. And in Abyssal, she will say, "Come on, it's time to go."
Hold on.
Holding.
Ooh, it's not good.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, Nymeria!
I thought he just has a hangover, to be honest.
Nymeria, please. Please roll a dexterity save.
This is so stupid!
If
It's okay,
Nymeria
though.
gets hit, please tell me. Oh, Jesus Christ, you didn't get hit.
Didn't get
How do you have a +7?
Because
What
dexterity
do
is
I
important
have?
to
I
me.
have +4. God damn it.
The Morlock acknowledges you. His eyes sort of blink a couple of times, and as he turns his head to speak, he opens his mouth, and you hear a gurgle. Like,
Oh
and you immediately step away. And as you step back, Morlock spews an arc,
That's kind of good. At least he didn't attack you.
just
But, like, he
blasts
almost got
across
puke
the
watered again.
room, spewing all across the desk, the chair, everything on it, and like
Oh.
spattering
Wait,
against
did
the
it get,
wall.
if it got on the bed, did it get on Rex?
It did not. The bed's on the other side.
Aw, that's really sad.
His bed.
The arc goes on for a couple of seconds, which is rather impressive, considering.
no! Ew.
After it's done, there's a little bit of, as Warlock kind of like cleans himself up.
She is looking at him with such a deadpan, done with this shit expression. The ears are like a little bit down, and she just stands there for a moment. With a heavy sigh, she slowly looks back at him after all the damage he has created and just goes, "Are you done?"
I hope so.
Good.
She said.
Stop it! Are you fit to walk?
I would like to stand.
Then do so.
He kind of
I'd
like
like to
motions
breathe.
at the tie downs.
She
took
takes
off the ties. I think.
Yeah, I was untying them, so I feel like they'd be
Oh.
like undone a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, he's gonna go ahead and stand up. I gotta write that. I wrote it down. How tall is he? Is he 7 foot or 10 foot? I thought he was 10 foot.
So,
I'm pretty sure it's
10.
10. It's
Yeah,
10 because
'cause
was
he
like
towers over
significantly
Rex.
taller.
Yeah, that's it.
so he's
She
like
does kind of
twice
take a
as tall
step
as I
back
am.
as
Oh,
he
yeah.
begins to stand and
His-
kind of stands off a little bit, like left of him. So in case he does, again, she's out of range.
He stands up and wobbles just a little bit, but maintains composure. It just sort of grunts as he kind of closes and opens his eyes. And you've seen this sort of reaction in people before. It's generally considered a hangover.
I was originally gonna joke and be like, "How's the hangover, buddy?" Like when I was first untying.
And
I think
it
you
became
know
all too real.
already. That being said, Rex is just still passed out. He kind of like grunted and rolled over with all the noise that's happening, but like he does not care.
Is there any good smells coming out this top chimney? We got food
Oh,
starting to
God.
cook.
I
Go
forgot.
ahead and
Netto
roll
likes
me.
food.
What would that be?
Perception?
Well, you're looking for. Yeah. Are you actively looking for a smell, or are you just waiting to see if there is a smell?
Well,
Is Netto hungry?
yeah, I mean, I was just hungry. He's just
Roll investigation for fun.
Wow.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, Netto, you standing next to the chimney stacks, near where the food is cooked. you do get whiffs of the morning porridge, gruel, stew thing that they have, as well as, the delicious smell of bacon.
Kind of, he'll get his, good waft, pull some of the smoke off the chimney with his hand, kind of get that good deep sniff, and just, yeah. He kind of turns around. He looks at the, small cat-like almost creature at this point, doing weird stretches in the sunlight. Just kind of stops and tilts his head. Sorry to interrupt. And he just kind of pause to see if Svenna opens her eyes.
I'll open one eye to look at you.
How generous.
I don't know if you're looking to find anything over there or what you're really doing, but breakfast should be ready here in a second. Smells great. I'm a head down. You good? Do you need help? What are you doing?
I'm just doing my morning routine of stretches and a bit of meditation.
Okay, yeah. Sure, if that's a stretch, I guess. Yeah, I'm a head down. Just kind of starts trotting off.
I'm gonna follow him, but I'm gonna cartwheel after him. It'll be a single cartwheel back into like a
concept
standing
Sal's just doing
walk
tricks
behind him. Yeah.
Literally.
So you do a cool little cartwheel backflip thing, and you just sort of like...
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I walk after him.
I'll say, does that put you next to me or like past me?
I would be behind you. I would stay behind you.
Okay.
Which side of the roof are you coming down on?
I was gonna come down the same side I came up on the hallway.
How about you, Svenna?
I'm following him, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I reach the edge and turn around, I kind of notice her behind me. I'll kind of jump a little bit because I didn't hear her take that entire distance, kind of thing. So I'll kind of just do you so breakfast?
I'm gonna nod eagerly.
And as Netto's gonna pretty well obviously climb down, he'll put a hand back out the window to catch her foot as she's
What
coming
the
down
heck?
around the corner of the roof.
Wait. Why are you
catch her
grabbing her
foot?
by her foot? That's gonna make her fall and not be able to get in the window.
No, I'm giving her
Okay,
a foothold
hold on,
for her
hold
to climb
on.
down.
Oh,
Well,
you're holding your hand up
Yeah.
to give her
Yeah,
a step.
holding.
I thought you
Handing
had
my hood
grabbed her
up.
ankles
Okay.
and she couldn't get a hold.
No.
I was like, why?
As he would climb down, I would kind of lay down on the roof to watch to see where he's going through the window. And if he puts his hand out, I'm not what I was thinking was I would lower myself on the ledge of the roof and then kind of
Swing.
swing so that I
He's gonna
fly
wait to
feet
catch her. He's gonna
first
kick him in the
through
face.
the window. Yeah.
Oh.
But if he's holding his arm out, then I would kind of have to swing through the window trying to avoid him so I don't kick him in the face.
Looking out the window, if I see just your head poking out, I'm gonna just
Yeah.
extend my hand and you just kind of stop. I'll just kind of pull
So
my
the-
hand back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
okay.
kind of look sideways and just be like, yes? Are you coming?
You say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Just kind of stand there and wait.
So you're still holding your hand out then?
No, I'll pull my
Okay, you
hand
pulled
back
it.
in.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
just- I'm
okay.
standing in the window frame.
So you're
just
doing
kinda,
a flippy flip in, right, Sveta?
Yeah, hands and feet are on the edge of the roof, and then I push off with my feet so that I swing out, and then on the momentum, I'm swinging feet first through the window.
Acrobatics, because that's cool, but do it with advantage.
With advantage, ooh.
Because it's cool.
If you think of a cool idea, you
Oh
get advantage.
shit!
No necessary. That is badass. So yeah, you managed to just sort of sit on, kind of like crouch down at the edge of the roof. You kind of grip the edge with your hands, kick out, and then just do this swing out, and then swing in sort of pendulum style as you swing into the hallway. You manage to even do an extra flip, landing on your feet
Oh,
one step
love
past
that.
Neto.
Yeah, all I imagine is a high bar dismount. And, you know.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I was imagining too.
Cool.
Nymeria,
Yeah.
you do hear a thump from outside your door, though.
I would like to say that during this time, I probably have gone up and started to open the door. So when I hear the thump, I do pause with my hand on the handle, and then slowly turn the handle and open the door to see what the fuck it was.
Neto just looking from the window to the little one, the window back over to Swenna, and looks up at you and be like, "Good morning. That was cool." And just kind of happily start walking down the hallway with Swenna because I assume now she's in the lead. So
Well, if I
morning.
see Nymeria open the door, I'm gonna like kind of try and peek a look into their room to check on Morlock.
Not to
That's
check on the Minotaur
fair.
or anything.
So you'd be standing at the door then, yeah?
Well, I wouldn't walk up to the door, but I would kind of just tilt
Look
my
past
head
the
to
window,
see through the crack. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, looking past Nymeria, you do see the 10-foot demon sort of standing up back there. He seems like he's doing
Optimus.
pretty well, considering he drank fairly heavily the night before.
Amazing. Would I see the spew?
You actually, with your perception, you probably would.
Ooh.
So yeah, you
oh.
do see some drippy bits.
Oh god.
There are also, because your perception's so high, there are also smells.
Ew.
Oh,
They're
Yeah.
not
and
all
you
from
don't
the
want high
vomit.
perception.
Okay, yeah,
Wait, what?
I am gonna follow Neto's suit and I'm just gonna walk down the hallway after seeing and smelling that nasty.
That room
Nymeria is
stank.
actually going to follow pretty quickly in pursuit because she would rather not be hotboxed in with all that.
It's a train.
And she is going to go. I tried to move myself on the Twitch stream. I'm feeling smart.
Why are you
She's gonna
watching
go
Twitch?
ahead. Yeah, she's gonna go off to the corner right here next to Svenna, and she's gonna be like, "What was that thud?"
what?
Problem, eh?
What did you do?
I jumped through the window.
What is with you two and jumping through windows?
To be fair, I didn't take the window before, but like it was just easier since we're already up here.
Is there something so wrong with using stairs? I don't
Well,
understand.
dude, I
Are
don't
there
know.
stairs up to the roof?
You guys are on the roof?
Where were you?
I was in my room, dealing
How
with
do
a
you enjoy
demon.
the sun? You can't
I
enjoy
enjoy
the
the-
sun from.
She got blinded by the sun this morning.
The sun and I have some disagreements as of recent.
Well, you should apologize.
Apologizing to a fucking star.
Well, I pray to it, so like I feel like you could apologize. There's
And
a word
some
to say.
people's
apologize
religious
to the bush
practices
god.
are different than mine and less respectable.
No, yeah, I'm not
Not
saying
pointing
you
any
have to.
fingers.
No, I just like it should work. I don't know why you disagree with it. It's beautiful.
You know, you're lowering her scale of religion. She prefers Bereas now.
I'm not apologizing to the sun. The sun is not sentient to me.
Just kind of, think to himself as continues down the hallway.
At this point, the demon has
Makes a run for it.
made his way into the hallway with the Minotaur slung over his shoulder because he was left unattended.
Oh my god.
She doesn't flinch at that. She looks over and she
When you
goes.
picked up the Minotaur.
She kind of flinches. She looks over a little bit stunned. Is the Minotaur breathing? That is the only
Roll perspective.
perception.
roll perspective.
Or yeah,
Roll for
perception,
your
not perspective.
Perspective.
Oh no, he's dead.
Yeesh. It looks like he is not alive. He
Oh
just
no.
slumps over his shoulder.
Mariah's gonna see like when Neto walks out the thing, and then she's gonna start getting up because like her door's open. She saw him walk past.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's all.
She's gonna go straight up to Morlock. She's gonna get a quicker examine of Rex, kind of stepping to the side of Morlock. She's not
And
willing to
punching
try
the
and
demon.
stab the demon yet, just because if he is alive, rather not have him drop through the second story floor.
Svenna, are you staying here or moving forward?
I would have stayed when I saw Morlock come out of the room.
Okay. Are you looking also?
I'm kind of just like rocking on the heels of my feet, twiddling my thumbs. I don't really know what's going on.
Great. Nymeria,
Um,
then go ahead and if you're going to take a closer look at Rex, then you can roll investigation. You can also
Okay.
talk to Morlock.
Let me investigate.
Trust the words of a demon.
Oh,
Oh,
that's sad. I
nice.
wanted
Wow.
you to think he was dead.
Wow, that is a lot of investigation. Damn.
You know,
That is her whole thing.
Spicy.
blood hunter things.
Yep.
Actually, she is
with-
examining a demon, so.
Well, with that, you do
He's
see,
gonna-
upon closer inspection, your worst fears are not realized. Rex is breathing. It looks like he was just picked up, but seems to still be dead asleep.
How dare you? Her worst fears is Berea dying.
Nymeria gives a small side-eye glare towards the demon, like while in the middle of investigating Rex, and upon realizing that he is still breathing. And in Abyssal, she is going to state, "Don't touch him in the future."
You're gonna drop him.
Can I like try and mimic that? Whatever Nymeria says, because I know she's talking Abyssal, and I
Do
haven't.
you just want to mimic the exact words she
Yeah,
said?
I just want to like try and mimic whatever sounds she's making.
Okay. hang
No
on, wait.
concept of what was
Wait.
just
Would
said.
that be like a
Wait.
Yeah.
performance check?
Roll
It'd be
performance.
I think.
I'm so interested in how this goes.
You're just gonna look and be like,
Wait,
oh,
a
no, they
performance
both know.
check is. Can I use my what is it? Features. Can I use Cybolster Knack for that? Is that a skill check?
Can,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I remember
It
reading
is, it's
about
for
that.
skill checks.
I forget
Yeah.
how to use it though. Do I roll my
Cybolster
skill
Knack.
first and then?
Just put it in
If you
chat, and
fail
then
an
roll your
ability
thing.
check or using a skill or tool for which you have proficiency. So,
Oh, so
an
you roll it and
ability
see if you
check. So
fail.
not an ability. No, because this isn't an ability check. This is a skill check.
Oh, okay.
What's
What
an
are ability
ability
checks?
Like dexterity save
Oh,
or dexterity check.
Oh, like saves and checks. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is performance.
So this one is just a straight
wrong one.
performance.
My bad.
I mean,
We'll just get rid of that.
she rolled a 13.
Oh, did you
She
see
rolled
that?
whatever number she rolled before.
So Nymeria, you said don't touch him in the future.
Oh
Yes.
god, what are you gonna say by
Oh
accident?
no.
So you say that to Morlock, and Morlock kind of like looks at you and looks at the Minotaur and starts to stomp back into the room. As he takes his first step, Svenna decides to attempt to mimic these abyssal words. Let's check something.
Mocking.
No, please, what I said. I've come up with the best thing.
Oh, that shouldn't have been private. Let me make it public. Hang on. Svenna, whatever you... Well, actually, no, Nymeria is going to know what you said. So, yeah,
mhm.
Yeah.
then it would be... Try to think of the right way to phrase that. That'll be similar enough.
No, the what I said.
It's like the same thing with like when you have like a 10-year-old like child trying to speak Spanish, and
Yeah.
like the teacher just being like,
Okay,
No,
okay,
said
wait, I
you
got it,
were,
I got
like-
it. It would be because the specific words you used was "don't touch him in the future." The words that Svenna says is "touch me in later."
What? You changed mine ever so slightly.
I'm trying to like adjust the words
And
because
Nymeria
if she butchered future, it would sound maybe she said something like later. I don't know.
I think that's good.
No, that's good.
Nymeria's ears go down. She kind of like slowly turns the face of Svenna, and she goes, "I'm sorry."
I'm gonna repeat
Did
the
you-
same words, like smiling at her, and then in like comment, I'm just gonna be like, I'm practicing.
Huh, what was the exact thing that she said so I can write that down?
Touch me in later.
Touch me in later. Instead of the future, it's later because probably some singular enunciation. She missed the don't.
I missed the him. I switched that
You
up.
somehow
I feel
him
like
would
all
probably be.
pronouns
I'm
would be
thinking
similar,
like
though.
Spanish or something compared to English. Like it's just a very
not
slight
properly
change
gendered.
of like the gender or the pronoun of the
Yeah,
word,
I feel
right?
like that could be interchangeable.
Her expression gets even more disappointed to this smiling girl who just said these words, and she just goes, "You don't know what you said, do you?"
Well, I don't know what you
Yeet.
said.
You asked him to touch you in later, and I hope
Svenna's
to God you don't mean that.
Svenna's
Oh, now you're all
cheeks are gonna flush. Her ears, her little elf ears are gonna
Wait,
go
wait.
down. She's gonna continue
I'm
rocking on the
starting to
heels of
think-
her feet.
Borea's just like watching, like, what the hell are they doing? Because like she can hear things, and she's like, what is going on?
Morlock is now just looking kind of around at anything but Svenna currently. He went and put Rex on the bed, walked back out, and was kind of. It looks like he was hoping
kinda
everyone
give,
would have
like-
left.
I'm gonna give kind of a quieter, abyssal response to Morlock and just be like, "She knows not what she speaks."
Quiet enough that I can't hear them.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. She's got really high perception though, man. But yeah, we're gonna throw it.
That's yeah.
That's cool. Morlock is just sort of standing there, kind of like,
I'm gonna slowly be walking, like backing away, walking backwards, and then once I get to like about here, I'm gonna turn around and.
Yeah,
stand
Borea's
next
like
to
looking at
Borea.
you like
Nymeria,
not glaring, but like
is
her
gonna go
eyebrows.
ahead. Nymeria's gonna go ahead and be like, "Svenna." In hopes that she like turns around or something.
I'm gonna. My ears are gonna like do that. You know, with cats when it like flicks. My ear's gonna do that, but I'm gonna continue walking.
And she ignores me.
Morlock just sort of looks at you, starts to walk forward.
She is going
Beret-
to, in abyssal, just be like, "Stay with me. Do not walk ahead of me."
Let him have some free
He just
will.
leans
I thought he was
against
gonna
the
jump out the
wall
window.
and waits.
She leads the way.
He just follows.
Your free will.
Neto would like a drink.
Neto is not included. No, sorry. I'm joking.
We'll
I
do
post-
a quick switch over then. Neto. You did make your way out here quite some time ago, so yeah.
You know.
It's like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning.
If Brea's door was open and she was up and moving when he passed by, he'll give his little
No,
like.
she would have
curt
got
wave.
up after you walked by.
Okay, then yeah.
She saw you
Uh,
walk by, I believe she said. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just make your way down. You got the morning people, kind of the normals. You've been here for a while. You started to recognize faces, and you get some waves because people know you specifically.
Give my wave back, my good mornings, little greetings to eye contact and whatnot, and make my way up to the bartender, and just happily scooting onto my little bar stool and just like tapping on the bar, ready for some food. She already knows.
Just kind of gives you a look and snaps her fingers, does the little hand motion, and the server over nearest to the fire pit begins to go over, grabs a plate off of the mantle, and begins plating a little bit of the food and whatnot. So you kind of see that happening, and she steps forward and it's like, "So how you doing, honey? How'd you sleep?"
It wasn't the best, but it was pretty nice. And there was actually this really nice red-tailed what is there's a bird, whatever, a bird up.
It's the red bird.
It wasn't the whole thing red. It was just the tail of it. But it was up there and it landed on a branch right next to the sun. It didn't even block the sun. It was so nice. And he was also sitting up there and he was enjoying the sun this morning. And our other little one, I don't know if you know her name. Her name's Savannah. She was up there. She was meditating and this other thing. She said whatever. She also enjoyed the sun this morning. It was so nice, And yeah, it's so far such a morning,
But it sounds just wonderful, darling. This dude's the wonderful. And you're not knocking any of the tiles loose up top on the roofs or nothing, right?
No, absolutely. If
wonderful, because I just wouldn't want you to be causing any damage up there, whereas I can't see it. I don't mind you going up there anymore. It's sort of your thing, and that's fine.
Oh yeah, if I find any problems, if there's anything you get knocked, I'll make sure to put it back where I found it.
The server makes his way over, drops the plate in front of you. And Tracy looks at you, sort of like, "So what's you drinking this morning? You want some juice, or you just want the ale?"
Oh my god, does she have apple juice?
Maybe.
Oh shit.
He's just kind of
Too bad I'm a adult doing adult things.
Kind of just scratch his head for a second. He just, what kind of juice? Juice is what for?
It's for drinking, honey. She's gonna walk over. There's like a clay pot over here somewhere in this mess of things. She just kind of gets a smaller cup, and fills it up a little bit with the juice, and then she takes a larger, normal-sized pint glass cup thing, fills that up with the ale as per usual. Kind of walks both over, sets them down in front of your breakfast. He's like, "Yeah, you can try it if you like. I don't know if you've ever had the juice. This is sort of a mixture of whatever's available.
Yeah,
you enjoy, honey."
I'm not. Thank you. Kind of just take the cup and inspect it a little bit and kind of sniff at the juice and set it down for a bit and start eating anyways.
And it's quite a delightful breakfast. It seems to be a little higher quality than you're used to. Today, just everything is perfect. Bacon's cooked just the way you like. The soupy gruel is just that perfect kind of oatmeal texture. It's just going good,
Yeah,
Did you want to discuss anything specifically before I bring it back?
Bring it back now, y'all.
Amazing.
No, yeah.
Okay. Returning to this shenanigans, Maria, you did step out of your room after Neto made his way down the stairs. And you do see Svenna walking up towards you rather quickly. Her normal caramel face a lot more red than you are used to seeing. You see a sort of deadpan Nymeria walking, and Morlock closely following behind.
she'll like wait until Svenna walks past and she'll ask Nymeria, what happened?
With what? Svenna?
Yeah.
She thought she could speak Abyssal and ended up saying something flirtatious to the demon.
Jumped out of the window this morning as well. Maybe she's suffering from a hangover. Or she's still
Or maybe
drunk.
she has a bug.
Maybe it's something.
All I hope is that she doesn't engage in it again.
We can hope.
Lord knows what I'll do. She'll get infatuated with this thing.
Maybe too late. No, she shouldn't say that. We can hope not. It's
Are you
not
two
good
making
to
your way
enter.
down behind Svenna as this is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like walking as we're doing it. We can hope not.
Morlock's gonna make his way, presumably behind
Through the window?
Nymeria.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
He's just moving up. Are you guys heading to the bar?
I'm
Yeah, I'll head to
talking
the
with Nymeria.
Yeah, no. I would like to sit next to Berea.
Ooh.
Oh my god. You need to leave space for the demon.
Morlock
Oh,
is
you're
literally
right.
gonna walk over here and sit by Neto.
Okay.
And he,
Nymeria
like,
is actually
even-
gonna go
Much of the
ahead.
demon.
Nymeria is actually gonna go ahead and gesture for Berea to follow, and she's gonna move her seat next to Morlock's.
Brea did not climb over the bar. I want to actually.
Yeah, yeah, we both did not.
So everybody just
Oh.
shuffled.
I like how we sat down, then we were like, God. Then we
Tracy
had to
just
walk
watched you
around.
two sit down, and the Neto, or not the Neto, the Morlock came over and sat next to Neto, and then you two got up and
I imagine we like just looked at
moved
each
around.
other, like rolled our eyes, and then both stood up and walked over.
Tracy kind of looks at you three as you do it, sort of looks back at Svenna, and then looks at Neto and sort of like with that questioning kind of like, what's happening? Kind of look.
Svenna's heads down, avoiding eye contact, minimal interactions with anybody.
She
Tracy's
seems
to be
just kind of
spotting
looking
no
at the group. Yeah.
embarrassment.
Neto's
If
just gonna be
Berea
eating
sees
until,
her, oh, you can go first.
Just eating all your
Oh.
breakfast.
yeah, until someone else gets a plate.
So Tracy kind of looks at the entire group and motions around and just sort of like, so was all the kids hungry this morning? Or, I know there was some stuff going on. I had some noise complaints.
Well, before you
Mhm.
get into that, I do have a quick question.
Yes, darling.
Do you have any services for room cleanup by chance?
Ew.
Brea's just gonna like
Gee.
look to Nymeria and just like wait for an explanation.
So
Just like the slow head turn.
Tracy, not
She's
knowing
staring
about
forward.
the actual demon vomit, only knows
Oh.
the other thing that would have happened in that room.
Yes, that's what Brea is thinking.
Kind of looks over at Nymeria very specifically, kind of walks over and like sets her arms down on the counter and leans forward, puts her hands together. Yeah, we do have debt service. It's just a nominal fee.
Yeah, of course. I didn't want to deal with the demon's accident myself.
Oh!
Brea's gonna like
Kinda
lean
like-
back a bit, like what?
Kind of like looks like wide-eyed at you a little bit, looks at the team, and then looks back at you. It's like, y'all are some weird people, but I like yous. Yeah, I'll have it cleaned up. We'll discuss that
No.
later, honey. Maybe over a drink. Very interested.
No! I don't know what she's in for.
Okay, as much as her ears could droop, they have drooped. Like she looks mortified to the concept of the implication the bartender has given her, and before she could speak, as the bartender kind of walks off, she just kind of folds her arms on the table and rests her head on her arms after giving a small glare to Morlock.
No, Brea is still staring at you, like waiting for explanation because she thinks the same as the
She-
bartender.
She kind of eventually she raises her head and she kind of draws her hand like against her face and kind of just the miserable expression. She looks over to Berea and goes, "Whatever you are thinking, you are gravely mistaken."
I mean, I thought you were against fucking demons, but I see your
I am
policies
against fucking
changed.
demons. It seems that you don't understand that, and considering
You were
past
just
events.
rather judgmental about it before, and now I'm just
Okay, when you fucked a
curious.
demon, that was different.
Nedo's gonna kind of lean forward past, onto the bar and looking over, kind of from the side, be like, just finish swallowing his food and, yeah, I thought we all didn't like demons.
Not in that way, Neto. She turns back
Morlock
to Berea.
literally looks
Rhea
at
would
you.
have just like leant back, like hiding behind Nymeria.
And she looks back to Berea. She goes, Berea. I do
have
not
killed-
think.
Wait, continue.
I do not think your implications are just. I was referring to the fact that he had such a hangover that he threw up 10 feet across the room.
Could have
10,
specified
20.
that sooner.
Well, like 20 feet, actually.
When you did too.
Kind of did.
In that case, if it was 20 feet, then she's going to say 30.
Amazing.
That still does not forgive what you did in the past.
We said we'd stop bringing it up. Let's just move on.
Very well.
Neto,
Mm-hmm.
Morlock is eyeballing a piece of bacon.
Is there any bacon left?
Scraps.
Ooh.
There is bacon everywhere.
The moment his eyes even shift towards my plate, Neto's just like full elbow slam, his hands standing straight up in the air, just like trying to block his eyesight, just kind of like side eyes him back and fork into the bacon into the mouth. Just no.
Amazing. The bartender does kind of like, after she walked away from you, she kind of like went off to do some stuff. Comes back. Like, so was everybody hungry this morning?
I'll take a small breakfast.
I'll do the same. The typing is insane, guys.
That's not even me. That's not even. That's sorry. That wasn't even my typing. I like was trying to intently figure out what Svenna would do in this embarrassed state, whether she would be ravenous or
You would still
learn
There's
about
I find it so
still
hard to believe she wouldn't
embarrassing
eat.
bullshit things.
she'll just give like a little nod
One
But-
Is it Tracy or
to Tracy, yeah, to
Okay.
Tracy.
Okay.
In response to the question.
Tracy does take a look at Nymeria specifically. She says, "So, what's? Am I getting an additional breakfast as well for your friend here?"
Sure.
Wonderful. Does a snap, does a hand motion. The server begins plating up a couple more plates and grabbing everything. After some time, he brings it over, sets it in front of you. Tracy also asks if you are all interested in a drink.
High table, what season is it of the year?
I believe we established it was fall.
Mhm.
Could be wrong. I don't remember what we established previously.
Neto's gonna kind of just turn Svenna, grab his little, what's left of his little bread loaf, kind of looks at her and be like, "Do you know why bread's better in the winter than the summer?"
She's not going to register that that's going to become a joke, and she's gonna like lift her arms and her hands up, thinking that you're trying to give her bread.
Freya's gonna audibly sigh and like lean one hand on the table and on her head.
And he'll just kind of cautiously put it into your hands, and while it's there, just because in the summer it's toast, he gives the bread to you.
I'm gonna giggle as I take a bite.
I put it in your hand. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
As you take it, okay, yeah.
I'm taking it.
I thought you were
It's my
writing it.
bread now,
It's
motherfucker.
my bread now.
No, yeah, I thought you meant like you took it. Never mind. Yeah, sorry.
Don't encourage him, please.
No, Miria, he's making jokes about the winter now.
I know. You have every right to be upset.
Just gonna sigh again. Just look down at the table.
Neto only hears jokes about winter and just kind of turns.
No.
You want more jokes about winter? I got a couple.
No.
At
We're
this
good.
point, a friendly face walks in.
Barry!
Fucking Barry.
Fucking
I'm
Barry.
Walks around the corner.
Bray is gonna give the biggest side glare the second she sees him.
Oh, hey,
Can I
everybody.
roll intimidation for it? I just want to
you
accentuate the point.
could, if you'd like to.
I
Are
want
you
to.
trying to just intimidate him with the side glare there?
Yeah.
He comes in, he's smiling, he's happy, he's excited to see all of his good buddies. He kind of looks at everybody as everybody turns around, and then he sees you, and he visibly takes a step back. Kind of like gives you kind of like a "Why are you so mad at me?" kind of face.
Neto's gonna hear
You should
him and
know.
like start to turn around, but he like turns towards Morlock and like sees him, turns back around, grabs his plate, turns the other way to Barry.
I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna kind of like gesture and usher Barry to sit in the seat that I was sitting in. It doesn't exist on the map, but I was sitting on a
That's
stool. I
fair.
swear.
I assume it's still there. Yeah, that's fine.
Tall enough to
All
just
right.
stand on the floor.
Well, you should stay and talk
He's just
here
trying to
as
get
well.
off the floor.
Yep. Anyway, so fellas, there's a bit of a situation, and I could use some help in.
Actually, we have some shopping to do.
Well, it's unfortunate. It
No, I
it
didn't
does
say that.
pay.
Well, what you had what?
There's a situation that I can't
I
quite
remember.
deal with.
I remembered I wasn't playing guitar, so I couldn't just turn around and be like, money?
Did you say money?
What kind of situation?
It's a well, obviously you know we're renovating a town thanks to Lafia, but not all the places have been renovated yet. Towards the outside the center of town is a lot of older buildings. You may not be aware of this, but we're built on top a ruin, if you will. There was previously a small town here, which sort of made use of some ancient civilization kind of stuff. But yeah, so there's a house that was built over some sort of ruin. We've already knocked the house down, but there's a stairway that goes down, and people that go down there don't come back out. We've cordoned off the area, but yeah, we could use some people with your skill set.
What's it smell like?
What's
What's it smell like? Is there a smell coming down from there?
It smells like dust. It's just really old.
Then you need to dust it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hate it here. I hate it here so much. Please die.
that's an amazing idea. Actually, we'd love to do that. We want to renovate the whole thing. It could be very useful. It's already pre-built, obviously. But I'm
Why's
not
the-
going to send any more of my guards down there.
Well, why are they having to come out?
He just sort of stares at you blankly.
Stare at you back.
If I knew why they was not coming back out, then maybe I could deal with the problem.
Oh, Barry.
I'm holding eye contact, and Fork just like finds a potato and/or food off plate and into.
I'm
So-
going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab Barry's shoulders in my hands and kind of like, almost like leaning over him because he's probably taller than I am. And
Yes. Everybody's taller than you are.
and I'll
Crap.
just say, so you want us to do some investigation?
Well, yes, that would actually sum it up quite well. I need somebody who's capable. Since I've sort of been put into the position of captain, and I don't want to send any more of my people down. They're not capable of taking care of obviously whatever it is down there, and I don't want to lose anymore.
Wait, your peoples aren't capable? Why?
He's gonna look you in the eyes. No, he's no, my people are quite capable.
Yeah,
However,
right.
I think this is a
What?
bigger issue than I am able to
Ooh.
currently deal with.
Yeah, I was
I
pretty sure your
could get
people are
Lafia
capable.
involved, but I would prefer to just come to my friends. So, go down into down the stairs and find out where my people is going.
Yeah, no, I met all your people. They're pretty capable. I'd say they could all wear capes.
Yes, they're very capable. But Neto, you're very capable too, and I want
Yeah.
you. And he points at you. He kind of like, it's like
I-
you. I want you to take care of it for me because I know that you'll get the job done.
Yeah, yeah. What do you need me to do?
Yeah, I need you to go into the cellar.
Oh, sure. And he kind of like looks around the room, trying to look for like another set of stairs. I don't.
No, it's a different building. I'll take you there. You just
Oh.
you see those potatoes on your. You just finish those right up. I'll take
yeah,
you over
yeah.
after.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can just fork back the potato.
Barry's gonna kind of reach over to your plate and try to grab a potato.
Barry, no.
This is fine.
What? Oh.
This is very fine.
So he takes a potato.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Barry takes a potato and he just pops little pieces in his mouth. Like, oh,
Have we
Ah,
gotten
so
our
it's
food
quite
yet,
good.
or is it just Netto with food?
no, all of you have your food. You're already all eaten.
Oh, okay. Bria's like gonna look up from her food and be like, well, if people of your ability can't handle it, I'm sure we'll have no problem. That's all. I'm just gonna go back to eating.
Yikes!
Hypothetically, how long would this journey of yours take? We're quite
It's
busy.
just right on the other side of town. It's like 10-minute walk.
Oh. She
Yeah.
seems kind of dejected at the concept that it's such a short walk.
It's in the town. It's just right down the way. It's in the more affluent district.
Now you said it was almost a relic for how old it was.
Well, the entire town is built on another town that was destroyed, which was built on
On
an
another
ancient
town.
town. It's had a lot of remodels over the years.
A town is built on a town that's built on a town.
Have Neto kind of like sit up in his chair for a second. Just kind of sit up. He's like, wait, we forgot about somebody. And he kind of just like turns and see him turn around, look around the tavern, and looks over at Svenna, back at Barry, looks at Svenna, and turns all the way around. Put like,
He's sleeping.
what? No, what happened to fuck, what's his name?
Rex.
No, the other one.
The other one.
Yeah,
Emma?
with the nose and he
The
doesn't
nose.
spit. Doesn't spit. Yeah, that one.
The birds return to the wilderness.
Are you talking to Barry?
Squaw!
Talking to everyone.
Yeah, turned towards Nymeria and Bray at the time, just kind of like looking back and forth across the bar. But
I just replied.
yeah, no, and he just the bird. What happened to bird?
It's staying in the wilderness.
But we got this thing, and he kind of just like points at the demon with his thumb. He's like, "Got this,
Well, that's a
but-
prisoner. It's
That
different.
thing doesn't belong in nature.
I thought but we already have
Exactly
one
what
pet.
Maria said.
Why can't we have more pets?
That thing is not a pet.
Bria's gonna look at
Morlock
Nymeria.
just looks at you.
Like she wants an answer too.
Morlock doesn't know common.
That's a fair point. Morlock does not. He's eating.
Yeah.
He doesn't look.
He doesn't
God
care.
damn it. Morlock needs to learn common.
If Neto can do it, anyone can.
Oh,
True.
God.
Fair point.
The second worst moment of Borea's life.
You
All
do
right,
had a block.
so everybody, is your whenever you're ready, I'm just gonna be right outside.
Wait,
okay?
Barry.
And-
It's not like you have anywhere to be.
One more question.
oof.
You said it's almost a cellar. Are there any noises coming up from it?
It's completely silent, but whoever I send in just stays down there. They never come back out. We've been cordoned off the area for a couple of days now, and yeah,
So this is only a recent problem.
it
You seem
wasn't
to have
open
a problem
before.
with losing people in this town. Should be worrying at this point.
Oh, Miss Angel, is there a problem?
She's gonna like lean away from him as he gets closer. I don't know, Barry. Why would I have a problem?
Barry is very confused right now.
She's gonna
Let's
turn
see.
back and start eating her food.
Nope. Barry just seems confused. He just sort of lets it go.
She's gonna like
Oh,
shake
all
her
right.
head and go back to her food.
Well, I'll just be right outside. He's gonna like kind of step a little dejectedly outside.
Bye, Barry.
I saved his life, and for what? Nothing. She doesn't say that, by the way.
Yep.
So-
Dada's not done with his food at this point.
Yeah, Neto.
Nymeria is gonna go ahead and kind of she doesn't fully finish her food. She gets maybe about halfway through before she sighs and she kind of gets up from her seat. She's gonna look over to Berea and be like, "We might as well do it. Get him out of our house for a bit." Shut the fuck up.
Wait, I didn't hear the end of what you said. Sorry.
We might as well do it. Keep him out of our hair. Probably won't be that long of an expedition.
Fine. He's clearly not capable, so Neto,
I'll
do
go
not
talk to him
comment.
outside. Can you go get Rex?
It didn't work well last time.
I have faith in you. For now, I'm gonna go speak to him.
Barry or Rex?
Barry.
Good luck. I'd rather the Minotaur.
So she's gonna step
Am
outside.
Are we
Okay.
including Rex, or what's the plan?
I mean, high table here. We could include Rex, and I could just bring him along and play as him. But you could just leave him to sleep there. He doesn't have to go.
I feel like it'd just be easier for like roleplay purposes if we just left him out of it, because that way we
Yeah,
don't
he
have
can
to
just
make
sleep. He
decisions
just
for
sleep
him.
in a day.
You could just say like I went, tried to wake him, and he didn't want to get up.
He comes back. Maybe he'll have woken up and tracked you down.
Mm-hmm.
So no longer high table. Nymeria, you've approached Barry. Barry's kind of sitting on the bench, and as he sees you approach, he's like, "Oh!" He kind of stands up. He's like, "Oh, is everybody ready then?"
We'll be ready in a little bit. Is there anything else you know about this at all, or is it literally as much as you told us?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of information, mostly because no one's come back.
As I assume, what kind of people disappeared?
Some of my god. The house is sat abandoned for quite some time, due to the reconstruction effort. We took down the remaining ruined house, and then and there was just some stairways there, so we opened it up and we went down to check it out. I've sent in 2 patrols, and no one's come back out now.
And the Fia's aware of this?
Yeah. She doesn't quite have time. She's sort of getting visited right now. She asked for us to just handle it. So I'm handling it.
I want to point out that when Berea's like done waking the thing, wait, no, not waking the thing, she's gonna come back, stand by the door, and just glare at Barry again.
No,
She's
you
not
side up.
intimidating. She's just standing there, staring at him.
Barry is acknowledging but not doing anything.
Yeah.
Nymeria's gonna go ahead and be like, "Will you take us there?"
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. As soon as everybody's ready, Absolutely.
She goes back inside. She looks over to Neto and Sven. She's like, "You guys ready?"
I finished my
Meadows-
food. 1 plate left unfinished.
Is it
Yeah.
Namiria's?
It's
Yeah.
Namiria's.
So,
Okay.
holding thought. Neto, you're eyeballing the unfinished plate, right?
Oh, so am I.
You
I
also
wanna-
are?
Yeah, I was.
I want to elbow Morlock here and just like non-verbally like tilt my head and point at the plate. And,
Joke's on
like,
you, Svenna can actually
gesture
talk
towards
to
me.
him.
Yeah,
Morlock.
gesture it over to.
Morlock looks at you. He looks at the plate. He looks at you. He takes a scoot over to where Nymeria was sitting.
He's gonna eat it himself.
Smashes his arm down on the table so you can't get to the food. Proceeds to eat the remainder of it.
No.
Just like
Beret
shoulders
is
kind
gonna
of
look
drop
at it
down
and
a little
nod.
bit.
She's proud of the demon.
I'm gonna make a visibly pouting face, and I'm gonna meet Nymeria and Berea at the door.
I'm going to switch to Abyssal, and I'm gonna be like, "Come on."
He's just gonna sigh audibly in demon, just. He grabs some of the remaining food on the plate, holding
I
it
want
in
him
his
to have, like,
large
finished it.
clawed hand. Takes a couple of steps forward, stands by you. Neto. Tracy reaches behind the counter and grabs a loaf of bread. Kind of hands it over. She's like, "So what? You take half of this for you and for your little friend over there."
He reaches out and grabs a loaf of bread, gives it a little squeeze to see if it's soft or hard crust.
It is a softer bread. It's fairly fresh.
And he kind of just like gives a little nod for her and just kind of like leans forward and be like, "You wouldn't happen to have any crud butter, would you?"
I'm gonna fucking kill him. That's it. That's it. I'm killing him.
And Tracy just sort of kind of looks at you, just like, we has butter, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure what a crug is.
Yeah, just what you milk to get the milk for butter and yeah.
With kind of reaches out, takes the bread back, walks back over to the table over here, and you kind of see some like her messing around with the bread a little bit. She comes back over, she hands it back to you. She's like I put some butter inside. Is that what you wanted?
Oh, absolutely. You're so great, darling. Thank you so much. And kind of just takes it back and stands up from the bar.
Tracy just shakes her head and goes back to doing her job.
He kind of like, as he passes his Morlock, he like brings it down to his other hip, his opposite hip. Kind of like looks up at him when he walks up to Sven all the way, and kind of like tucks it next to her to kind of like hide it from Morlock.
Can I try and steal it?
Well, I'm offering you half of it.
Oh, heck yeah!
Yeah.
Morlock visibly sees you doing this and just eyeballs you.
Yeah.
I am going to be so happy. I'm going to start eating it right away.
Yeah, he kind of like, he presses it down too, or the butter like gets into all bits of the bread as he rips it in half and gives you half. And then he like kind of stands up a little more proud, and as Sven starts eating it, he'll like trying to like puff his chest out and takes the first bite of it. Lizzie's trying to look at Morlock. And then down to Nymeria and just ready.
Great. And she's going to go ahead. She's going to walk back outside.
Well, I mean,
Look at
Barry's
that.
definitely heard this entire engagement because you're right inside the doors. Oh, and let's go then. Everybody ready?
Ready?
As
Wonderful.
we
Let's,
walk, I
Full of
want to
bread.
like ask Nymeria if she can teach me Abyssal on the way, just like random phrases or whatever.
Why do you want to learn that?
I want to communicate with the thing.
The thing? I don't think you want to communicate with the thing. Maybe you can ask your
I do.
girlfriend.
I thought she was the demon's girlfriend.
What?
This is as we're moving,
What,
right?
didn't
This is,
she want to be
I
touched?
presume
don't
this
know.
is on the trek. Yeah, as you guys
This
are
is on
walking,
the trek, yeah.
y'all
okay.
have sort of been segmented into groups.
So Netta would not just be standing here letting them talk. So that's all I'm asking.
So we'll say, for all intents and purposes, you're probably like 10 feet behind each other.
Well,
I'm gonna say, what's your marching order exactly here?
I
I'm
thought the
fo-
demon would be
I'm-
in the middle.
yeah, Morlock in the middle.
I'm next to Neto. We're eating bread together.
Yeah, because the demon's following Nymeria.
You guys are bonding.
Yeah.
You just kind of lean over and.
Some people
slap
bond
her.
through sparring. Some people bond through eating bread.
I bond through
Better
sparring.
Than the seasoned leg that we had last time.
Oh my god.
So as you guys are making your way, you two in the front are talking about Abyssal and Demon's girlfriends. Neto, you shared the
will.
half a piece of bread with Svenna. Svenna, you also feel a tap on the other shoulder as you're walking from Morlock, trying to
Wasn't
get your
Morlock
attention.
in front?
No, he's back here. Nobody
Oh, he's
specified.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay.
So I just feel. Wait,
He
what?
just tapped your arm. He just tapped your arm to
Okay.
get your.
Would I have finished my bread by now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just look over at him. Really?
At which point he takes his hand of random assorted breakfast goods and holds it out just so you can grab some of it.
Yeah, I take it.
There's like some bits of cooked meat in there, and like there's also piles of the gruel oatmeal kind of breakfast bit.
I'm gonna go for the meat. I'm not gonna take the. I'm not gonna take the gruel oatmeal because it looks too familiar.
So then, yeah, you take one of the. I'm gonna say he probably has like a piece or two of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a sheepish grin, but I'm not gonna initiate communication.
Okay. He takes the hand back and proceeds to just sort of the rest of it. Now that you've taken your fill.
That's what she said.
Is
Okay.
the Nymeria and Borea, is there any additional conversation you're having before we get to the location?
Are we chill to continue the conversation that we were
Yeah,
having?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Maybe just like, look, I don't want to get back into the specifics, but you were really naive and stupid to have done that in the first place.
I had a good time. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, you had a good time with a
You
fucking
said you'd
succubus.
stop bringing this up.
It's very hard to ignore.
Shouldn't be. It's not my fault you think about it a lot.
You were dragged away against your will.
I was not against my will, but okay.
No, you're just weak-willed. Your will didn't cause much effect in not being dragged away.
There's the person who couldn't even manage to kill it.
'Cause you stood in front of me.
I don't think that matters. I think
You
I just
tried to
saw you
defend her.
fail. Once again, it was just you failing at the job you've been, training years to do. It's kind of sad.
Everywhere I tried to go in attempts to dispatch her, you followed. If I actually swung at her, I would have cut you.
It sounds like a skill issue to me.
It sounds like you're being a defiant prick. Okay, she had no reason to be defended.
Just
At this
keep it.
point, Barry's kind of slowed a little bit because of the crowds, and he's heard some of this conversation. Kind of like glances behind him. He's like, not to be rude, but who is this her? It sounds rather intense.
It's nobody.
Barry, was anyone talking to you? Turn around.
Well, that's not very nice.
Aw, Barry.
You're so mean. I didn't care until the last one. I hate him enough for the other ones.
I'm gonna yell, because there's a bit of distance. I'm gonna
Are
say.
you listening to our conversation too?
No, I'm just gonna ask Barry if we're there yet.
Okay.
Are we there yet?
We'll get there when we get there.
Don't make me turn this car around.
So as you guys continue on your way to the location, that is where we are going to take a break.
Well,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
went and
second.
got a drink. I just had my break.
Well, it's
Whoa.
not my fault. I don't get breaks.
Lord,
Hello?
Hey,
I'm
10
so glad we've been incorporating this. I'm so glad we got a chance to start incorporating this.
I didn't think it would ever come up.
Neither did I.
All right, guys. Everybody watching, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Please stay tuned. I'm going to move us over to the break screen.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I guess I could try
Hey.
and find food.
hey, Sal.
Wait.
Why not?
Ford, me and you
Yeah?
can discuss.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. If we had a sponsor, it would probably go here. But
Wink, wink, nudge,
that we do
nudge.
not. Yeah. All right. So what we'll do is I am going to maintain the scene here on the half full cup, even though you're not there currently.
Have you unpaused the stream?
Well, I we're talking in it, but now
Okay,
we're
continue.
technically speaking. Like,
It just, yeah.
we're back. I just hadn't changed the scene itself.
Mm.
Yeah. So you guys have been chatting.
Ryan, you're wrong. Stop.
Sponsored by Barry.
The unsung hero? Really?
You got sung well enough.
Yeah, he got
That's
very
what she
well
said?
sung.
All right.
So you guys make your way through the town. You do have the town map, which you can definitely take a look at if you are so interested. I mean, I can
No,
just force
actually,
you to look
I'm not
at it.
interested.
That's too bad. It's gonna pop up anyway.
God
Woo.
fucking damn it.
Where are we going?
So you're making your way down
Downtown?
from the half full cup down to the bottom right of the
Why
map.
is it the snuggle pit? That's awful. All I'm imagining
That's
is a
the
bunch of
fighting
tiny.
pit.
I'm sorry. Okay, no, but I just realized it. All I'm imagining is a bunch of like tiny 10-year-old bugbears like piling up on you.
Bugbears at 10 are
horrible.
not tiny.
They're pretty big, yeah.
Tiny
Yeah,
bugbears.
but they're tiny for a bugbear.
Yeah.
All right.
In any case, so you guys are making your way down to like the southeastern portion of town where it gets all fancy-esque. It is south of the guild hall where you tend to go and see Lafia. The entire section is sort of under construction in one particular street. You can see that there's a difference, and as you've walked from the half full cup, you've kind of found like the middle range housing, single or dual family houses. They're fairly well, like they have windowsills and little flower gardens and stuff like that, but nothing too obscene or fancy. You guys pass by the Dragon Den and the Snuggle Pit on your way over. Both currently don't look like they're overwhelmingly busy, but they are there.
Really? The brothel isn't busy at like 5 in the morning? 8 in the morning? Why
Those
did I
aren't
say
the
5?
brothels.
No, the pink lamp is the brothel. We must have walked past it.
You're not passing it yet. You're about to pass it.
There's a brothel?
Picky. The pink lamp is the brothel.
Like, so you
Maybe
guys
you
are.
see your demon girlfriend there.
Oh, yeah, can we go in the pink lamp?
I mean, you could.
Just
I
randomly
guess.
turn off, and Barry's like, guys, no, don't.
So you guys are passing
know,
the pink
it just, like,
lamp,
it gets
which is
followed over
it's a walled off little villa of a place. Very fancy, very ornate pillars and spires, ornate window shades, the curtains that you can see from the
The
exterior.
most expensive building in the town
Like-
is the brothel.
It's extremely opulent in comparison to the rest of the town. And as you make your way past the gate, you do see that the more affluent area of the town, which is this southeastern side, some of the area is under construction, some of it is complete. The houses that are complete are quite spacious. Large areas of this particular part of Matai has been converted into like outdoor parks and gardens that are they're for everybody, but they're really for this area.
I want to cast Ice Ball on them.
Okay.
Wow.
No, I don't. I
can.
want to keep my spell slots, thank you.
Okay. So you guys make your way in. You pass the first street, and as you make your way down, you pass through. You pass this larger tree that's surrounded by some hedges. Kind of make your way down to the very, very bottom right here, just up near the wall or the palisade of the actual town, which is where this building is. So the remnants of the actual building are kind of strewn about in the street. You see some working class people here, sort of gathering up the debris. bringing in newer supplies, new planks, new wood, new ores, and stone brick. The houses nearby are already under construction, but this one seems to specifically have not been touched for whatever reason. There are also guards stationed just around the edges of the like the foundation of where the house is, and they're preventing anybody from entering the area. So as Barry and you guys approach that specific spot, they hail each other and talk. There's a little bit of an exchange of information between Barry and the guards before he motions for you five to follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. And then you guys make your way into the actual plot.
Yeah.
So the house has been cleared. It's just basically a foundation, but there is a singular stone stairway that leads down some steps. It gets very dark, and it seems to be a fairly long walkway down. You're not sure what this would have been before. But yeah, it looks a little sketchy.
Can I get
Mariah's
a
gonna like wait. Me and
perception?
Nymeria are in front, right?
So if Nymeria and Berea would have been in front, but I would assume at this point all of you are sort of gathered about.
Okay.
Disagree.
Mariah's
We're
gonna
the
like
main
wait by the
characters.
side of the entrance and like
For-
gesture Nymeria to go in.
So
You want me to go first?
one thing I want to
Ladies
clarify
first.
before we move forward with any of this is I'm going to have you guys tell me what you want to do, and then I'll have you roll a specific roll for it instead of asking if you can do a perception or if you can do like a whatever.
Also, we
Just
don't
let me
ask,
know
we
what you
just
want to
roll
do,
it.
and then I'll
no,
tell
okay.
you what to roll because I want to make sure this is streamlined. I want to try this out this time.
Understood.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you all, I imagine, would like to kind of look at the stairs a little bit. Yeah.
I want to listen for any noises coming out of it.
Great. That is a perception roll. And now I specifically know what you
Oh!
want.
I have dark vision. I want to look into the darkness.
I would also like to look into the darkness.
Can
Like my
I
soul.
examine the stairs to see, like, maybe how old they are or what material they're made out of?
Okay. Everybody but Svenna is making a perception roll. Svenna, you
I
are
have
making a
17
history
passive.
roll.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was because of passive stuff.
Amazing grace.
Wow.
Let's see.
Ooh!
Don't worry, Nymeria, I got this.
Okay. We're going to go in order of rolls here.
At least I got my dexterity, man. Like,
Neto. So you're listening for any sound whatsoever. The sounds around the vicinity, you can hear people working, hammering, sawing, general chatter, and you sort of zero in, you focus, and as you stare into the darkness, you can't make out any differentiating sounds coming from there. The most you can really hear is maybe a windy breeze kind of.
That'll
You
kind
know.
of just like stand back up, straighten up, and kind of just like look over in that area. Just, well, it's not a wine cellar. It's not whining.
Maria's gonna like bite the inside of her lip and like close her eyes for a second.
I hate this. Beret, while you're biting your lip.
in a
You would-
seductive way?
Yeah,
no,
in a
she's
seductive
biting
way.
like the inside of it, like she's annoyed.
Looking at the darkness seductively.
Oh,
Or
look
like
at
trying
that.
not to laugh.
So, looking into the darkness, the stairs do go down quite some way. At the bottom, you do see what you can kind of vaguely to make out to be some sort of standing humanoid shapes
Ooh.
in a small chamber. But that's about all you can make out from up here. It's probably a good
I think I see people down
30
there.
or so feet out, at least. We'll skip over Smena for the moment because Nymeria, you literally are derping. Like you're looking in and you kind of see some shapes, but they just look like shapes and there's nothing discernible. And you're like, well, we're gonna die.
Here's my joke, and closes her eyes.
Yep. Venna, you're not really looking too much at the actual interior. You're more looking at the foundation of this building and the stonework. You're taking a look at the stairs. You kind of get a little closer and really peer at it. You look a lot closer. It looks like these were very specifically carved. Like, it's not the cellar of a like an inn or something that was quickly thrown together by a peasant. Like, these are very well
peasants.
carved. These are trying to think of the
Intentional.
right way. Like, they're very intentional, but they're very
They're ornate.
rich. They're richly like really good stonemasonry went into carving these stairs into the actual stone that the house was built upon.
Mm-hmm.
So you can glean that at least from whatever this was before, whatever this building was before it was rebuilt into a house the first time, it must have been something extravagant, or someone lived here who was very rich, or something to that effect.
Okay.
Barry's going to go ahead and kind of look at you all as you do your own individual discerning of what the stairs are. He's like, all right. So, yeah, this is the cellar or whatever this is. I've sent. So the first people that were missing was a couple of our wonderful construction workers. They went down there, kind of check it out. But some of their co-workers said they never came back. I sent down a patrol of 2 guards just to give it a quick once over. They didn't return either. I prepared a much more equipped group of people to go in after, and they also did not return.
So, how many in total? Do you know?
It'd be about 8 people in total. The 2 constructions, the 2 first guards, and
Can I
then
tell how many figures I saw at the bottom of the stairs, or did I just see people?
you saw 3 humanoid-esque figures, but it's hard to make out from this distance. It's also dark vision, so.
Yeah. I think I
So-
saw 3 people down there.
Are we supposed to
Were you able to
Bring 'em
discern what they look like?
back?
I can barely see the outline.
Basically, what I want you guys to do is, whatever's happening down there, I can't lose any more of my guard. We're already somewhat spread thin, as we're still kind of getting an influx of people and things that happen. So I needed someone who's very good at being capable, and he looks at Neto. I need them to kind of look into this and make sure nobody else gets lost down there.
Neto kind of just looks at his shoulders, looks back. I can do that.
Great. I knew I could count on you, Neto. He does gesture to the rest of the group, and he's like, "Thank you all very much. I'll make sure we get you compensated, of course, for any services rendered." He just sort of motions to the stairs.
Right. All right.
Gonna look to
You said 3
Nymeria,
people,
motion
right?
to the stairs. 3 people. Yeah.
Well, I'm in front because I was investigating the stairs first, right?
That must fucking suck, doesn't it? I'm sorry.
So,
I thought we were all just like crowded around the entrance.
Nymeria is probably gonna go ahead and take 1 step forward and just be like, "Guess we'll be on our guard."
Neto
Good
just
luck
kind of
with
like,
that.
I'll follow.
Yeah, I'll go down after Nymeria.
Okay, so sorry. Nymeria goes for who's going first?
I'm gonna go
Nymeria?
first. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull my weapons so they're at the ready.
I would've followed
And I
behind.
take a hesitant first step forward before starting to slowly go down the steps.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen.
Is Rex back?
No.
He's running around.
This sucks.
Yeah.
I get the distant feet of fucking horse hoofs clipping.
Rex
down
is
the-
moving around.
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
You see that too, right? Wait, no, Ford, come here.
Yeah, I can see him moving. It's hard to miss.
Is he actually?
He's
Yeah.
moving around, but he's not saying anything.
Is he muted and just doesn't know it?
No, he would know. At
Well,
this
whenever
point.
he comes back, I'm not too worried about it.
He can just jump down the stairs afterwards.
Close enough.
What do you mean without you, dude? It's an hour
do
and
you
45
mean? We've been
minutes
playing
into our
everything.
actual
Okay.
session time.
The combat hasn't actually
Continuously.
started yet, but you just haven't been contributing.
I've been listening. You've been sleeping. That's what you've been doing. Map change! Map change! Map change!
So,
Hey!
What did you just
He
say?
spoke.
give me a
It was a
map.
little garbled, but he spoke.
I heard give me the mouth.
Map?
Okay. I thought I heard it wrong, I just needed to check.
Neto's just gonna be looking at Morlock and then at the hole and look back at the big guy. And then at Berea, because she hasn't gone down yet? Question
I
mark?
went down after Nymeria.
Yeah.
I
You
think
think
so
I wouldn't
me
bring my best
and-
friend with me? You're sorely for
Just
mistaken.
double checking.
Yeah.
So the back of Berea, at Morlock, at Berea, at Morlock, and kind of like double hand gesture into the hole.
Okay, real quick, what was the marching order?
I'm
I'm
first
Nymeria in
because I'm
front,
cool.
and then me and Sven are like
Yeah.
at the same time.
You're
and
mistaken
then
if I'm not the main
Warlock
character.
and Neto.
Okay.
Wait, right? I thought you were waiting for the demon to go down.
How big is
You're
this
not
hole?
there.
He's there now. Let him be there. He look.
You
Let him be there.
No.
We
Yes,
tried
we
to
left
wake you up, but you
Rex.
didn't
sleeping.
contribute.
Oh, look, he
Rex.
needs to be there because I give him strength advantage. Okay, a lot of my spells work off of that motherfucker.
Just do it in Dex, then I can hit ice balls.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
you could, but I have charm for you. Wisdom saving throw disadvantage.
Here's
More-
where we're
I
at.
don't-
I do
Here's
that
what's
at the
happening
start.
right now.
with everybody, like the whore you are.
Rex, I
Sorry.
need you to roll.
I want to
I'm
roll.
trying to
What
think
do
of the
I
right
roll?
roll for that. Roll me both a survival and an investigation.
oh, I thought you said Rex.
I did.
Fucking, I'm living forever. Oh, 21.
Oh
nice.
shit!
These are beautiful, by the way.
Holy!
And that's why we need
Okay.
the cow.
Yeah, I rolled 21 too.
Yeah, but you're not. That wasn't your for you.
What? It wasn't? I thought we were all
No.
rolling it.
I said Rex, not
Oh,
you.
I had everyone roll it. Oh, god damn it. I rolled for good for no reason.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I don't like it here. No, we're going back up. Fuck this. I'm out.
No, Nymeria, you're the first one. Demon Hunter.
If you do
That's
turn
why I
around,
asked for marching order.
I'm gonna grab your shoulder. I'm gonna push you back down the stairs.
Be aware, I don't have a grid set up on this map, so just we'll figure it out.
I look behind him like, wow, Sven, I don't really, and just shoves me all the way.
She tries to turn around, we
Exactly.
just push her down.
Ooh.
There goes my
So.
other heel.
Yep, you only got one left.
Okay, so as you guys come down the stairs, we'll get to you in a minute, Rex. As you guys come down the stairs,
Don't laugh. You have no right to laugh. You haven't been
who
here.
has dark vision?
I
I
have
do.
dark vision.
I have dark vision. Everyone except Neto. Does the demon have more dark vision? I just assumed it would.
Demons
Demon
probably
has-
do, yeah.
Yeah, Demon has dark vision.
Yeah.
Neto does not.
Neto, you can
Sucks
use
to
the
be
torch, my
Neto.
dude.
Do not use a torch.
One of us has a light cantrip, don't they?
Yeah, but I'm not using it.
Torch is lit.
Aye. So, as you guys enter down here,
Going
I'm going to say
downstairs.
anybody with over a 15 in passive perception is going to
all
see
losers.
the floor has been disturbed. There was a settling of dirt and dust, and as you look down the stairs, you can kind of see that people have been here before you. Obviously. As you
Teen,
come
that's
down,
so mean.
what?
Got a 14.
Nerd.
That's so sad.
As you step forward into
What,
the
did we just see
center
that
of
the
the chamber,
floor
by
is
the way, it is on
cracked?
pause, so you can run around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was the perception just to see if the floor is correct?
The perception was just to look into the hole.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Gotta
what
build
she said.
suspense, you know? So anyway, as you walk in, you do see some very ornate statues. The floor here probably was once incredibly expensive, like stone tiles, laid in an intricate pattern. Time and wear and tear has worn them down and cracked them, and it is the remnants of something that once was gorgeous, beautiful
You love the word
workmanship.
remnants today.
I like remnants. It's a good word.
From the ashes?
From the ashes, even.
No.
So, as you walk into the room, it seems to just be a small little room. Very strange.
How tall is it?
It would probably be about 20 feet high, I would think.
Okay.
So
What
do we
are
just wait to
these?
disappear?
What are those?
Yeah.
Those are like large stone tablets. They just
Do
have.
they
say
read
anything?
anything?
They don't have any text on them. It just seems to
Oh.
be like a mosaic.
What is this
I want to
here?
go over.
That's a brazier.
Okay.
It's
Is there
just
any wood in
unlit.
it?
It was just a
I
little
want-
hard to see under the name.
There seems to be like charcoal in it, so you could probably light it.
Oh, there are no
I want to
squares
go
in this
over
map.
to the tablets, and I'm gonna, even though there's no words, I'm gonna kind of brush my hand across them to see if like anything comes off, and maybe it's a word.
I'm gonna look at this statue.
This is where the DM gives us a kid puzzle, and we don't figure it out.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
I
no.
check to see how hot the braziers are or aren't?
Absolutely. So what I will need then, Nymeria. What would that be? Checking something out. Hang on.
I wanna put
Investigation?
my torch to
Yeah.
the one that I'm next to.
Yeah,
are you
I
checking?
would check this
I'm-
one.
She's
you're
checking that.
lighting?
I'm putting my torch in the brazier that I'm next to.
You're gonna get us all killed.
So Nymeria roll
It's kinda like
investigation.
Jojo or something.
Berea also roll investigation. Svenna also
Got this.
investigation.
Yes.
Neto, nothing, because you're just shoving a torch in there.
That's what she said.
30.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Feels like stones.
Oh,
Well, she's checking for both.
All right, we'll go in order here.
Yeah, that's the point. She
Berea.
even can't tell.
The this statue is just intricately carved. It looks like it was one solid piece of perhaps marble. It must have been a small fortune to have something like this created, and it seems odd to have had it put into such a small little room. It's almost like some kind of altar, even.
No, I was hoping for a nameplate or something.
No nameplates. No indication of anything in here. It's just pictures and statues. Nymeria.
Yo.
The mosaic itself does not show anything. It just seems to be, well, it shows something, obviously.
Pretty patterns.
It just seems
Pretty
to be pretty
patterns.
patterned.
Oh
It just
my
seems to
God.
be more similar, like it's like a carving of the statues in the same room. It looks like somebody important. They seem regal, wearing similar equipment that the statues wear, but obviously this particular person on this mosaic was of royal or noble descent.
Which one?
The left one, because that's the one you're looking at.
I was investigating the tablet, actually.
That's the picture on the tablet.
Oh, that's the picture on the tablet. Okay.
Yeah, that's like a carved picture on there. Like,
Wait, did she get a picture?
Four.
Okay.
it is
Never
a
mind.
stone tablet that has been carved to have an image upon it.
Okay.
Got it.
And it's a noble, you said, or like
It's a noble-looking person who's wearing similar equipment to the statues, but
Is there
seems to
anything
be.
significant about the type of equipment, like a crest or anything?
There is a crest of a boar.
As the brazier starts to catch, I just want to take the full
who let
step
him
into
touch
the room
fire?
Yeah, I don't know.
and
You want to take the what?
huh? All right, cool. Shoot, nothing then. Yeah, take a full step in and just kind of like look between the three figures and at the. I want to approach the one in center.
Oh.
Okay. Approaching the one in the center, Svenna. You reach out and you don't know of any other way to check and see if the coals are hot, so you touch them. They're not hot.
That seems lucky. Do we just plan
Okay.
to wait around and see if we disappear, or?
I'm gonna take one of those coals. I'm gonna hold it in my hand for now, cause it's like charcoal, right? Like if I wanted to draw with it, I could.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it in my hand. But I am not going to step onto this floor though.
Okay.
Is there anything behind the stone tablets?
Not
feel
that
like
you
you would've
can
got
see.
that in
They're
investigation.
embedded into the actual wall.
Okay.
What is this? The one in front of me. What is he holding and like wearing?
He just
This
seems to be
is a
holding a
fucking child.
nondescript weapon.
Quiz. We're gonna fail it.
Yeah.
And does he have a helmet on, or is it just his head?
These all have helmets. They're fairly close
Trying to find your way
to.
into the room.
I'm just gonna shove you over here so you quit running around over there. You'll be here in a minute. Don't worry.
Neto wants to just kind of like reach up and go to like tap on the forehead helmet, top of the helmet of this statue, if it's within reach.
Yeah, it's definitely within reach. You're tall enough for that.
Yeah.
I am going to go. You go. You go ahead and do it.
Yeah, just give it a nice solid tap, see if it's hollow and or
Little
solid.
tap tap.
Yeah.
The statue
Knock,
itself
knock, knock.
is very solid, but like the core of the statue is very solid. The actual exterior of the statue has been worn away. So as you tap it, some small pieces, some dust sort of fall to the ground and clatter, which is very echoey for some reason down here. You're not that far from like the top of the stairs, but it's wildly quiet.
Does
What's-
Neto notice the echo?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say you notice the echo. I would say everybody is very aware of the echo.
I'm gonna look up.
Neto look at the rocks as they clatter and like look left, right, and just hello.
Then as you go ahead and roll perception for me.
Me?
You're the one
Oh
looking
god,
up at the
there's gonna be
ceiling,
like
aren't you?
bodies hanging above us or something.
God.
He sees
As-
everything.
As you look up with your dark vision, you can make out a domed ceiling, and it seems to have some centralized beams meeting in the center. There also looks to have been something hanging on a chain there. It seems like the remnants of what was probably once a
Remnants?
chandelier.
Okay.
I know, I'm just saying it a lot now. But nothing else kind of catches your eye, but you're looking really, really closely at that chandelier, and it's just very... like, it's hard to make out exactly what you're seeing, and then all of a sudden you hear a hello!
From Neto.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which sort of bounces around on the wall.
Well, so it's just a chain there now. There's no chandelier left.
Because I'm
Yeah.
struggling to see what these fully are. Are these also the boar, or?
Let's say they are. They are not important for the puzzle of the room, I suppose.
So this is a puzzle. You're so stupid.
It's
I
a
hate you.
puzzle,
We're never
but
gonna
I'm
do
not-
it.
I mean, I didn't give it the title of a puzzle. I'm just calling it that for lack of a better word.
Okay, I want to go ahead and these are bricks on the wall. I'm presuming, yeah.
They'd be like
Okay.
big stone cut
Every single one.
bricks.
I am going to just go around and see if any of the bricks seem almost loose.
Okay.
Can I try
you gonna do the whole
scaling the
room?
walls?
I'm just gonna start walking around. So I'm gonna do that until somebody has a better fucking idea.
Great.
I'm gonna scale the walls.
You're gonna climb up.
Yeah.
Insane
I
how
wanna
quick
go
we
see
turn
what
into
that-
animals. She's walking around poking a wall. You're climbing like a spider.
What the fuck? I'm not
Alright,
poking
Spinna.
the wall. I'm just investigating the wall.
Savannah acrobatics to climb.
Oh my
Nymeria investigation as you go around the room looking for loose bricks. And as
is
you
probably just
two
gonna be
are
watching
doing
Svenna.
this, you hear the familiar clip clop clip clop clip clop clip clop.
Oh motherfucker!
Enemy, kill it.
as Rex makes his way down. Rex, you don't have dark vision, do you?
No.
Let's
Maybe.
Maybe. He does not, no. Make sure you light yourself a torch, even though you're not technically in darkness, because of the way I set this up.
Netto lit the fire.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
that's
have a
fair.
torch still in
Yeah,
my
so you don't
hand.
need to. Yeah, so you guys make your way in. Svenna, you managed to scale the wall here near the brazier
Okay.
with relative ease, and you get up towards the top, and you could probably reach out and grab that chandelier chain if you wanted.
I'm gonna tug it, but I'm not gonna put my whole weight on it.
Okay. So you reach out,
And
and
Berea is just watching what Sven is doing, so just
You-
saying.
you reach out, tug on the chain a little bit, and as you give that chain just the slightest of tugs, you hear sort of a rumble. The chain itself detaches, dropping down on the people below. The four beams that seem to kind of go towards the center, upon closer inspection, now that you're paying attention, looked very crumbly from the first place.
Oh shit.
So as you pulled on
I
that
hate
chain,
you.
you kind of loosened everything, and there's a little bit of a collapse happening. The entire roof isn't collapsing, but a lot of the decorative elements of it are. I would like everybody who's in the center of the room to make a dexterity save.
I'm
I
so
was
happy
watching
I'm
her,
on
so
the
maybe I
edge of
saw
the
it
room.
coming. Yeah, no.
That's true.
Never mind, I'm good. I'm good.
That's fine.
Oh, you're still technically in the center of the room, so roll that dexterity save.
It meant in the middle.
I meant
And
in
you
the
were the
middle.
one pulling the chain, so she's gonna be falling as well.
Yeah,
I was
don't think I
inspecting
can.
the wall though. Does
so-
that really count as the center?
You're within dropping
No,
distance.
Yeah.
Like things are
Bullshit.
falling from the ceiling. That's what I mean.
You were just bragging about your deck saves.
Yeah,
I don't
show me a
wanna
dex
talk about
save.
it. Okay.
That went well. Yeah. Everybody is very handily able to sort of sidestep the crumbling
Spanners.
roof. She's up there, so she's good. Didn't really hit her.
I thought the beams were falling.
I thought that too.
Not the full
Yeah.
beam, just the crumbling and falling lots of
Oh,
little
okay.
debris. So her being up 20 feet in the top of the roof, like it's just gonna tap off of her, but they're gonna collapse and hit you guys a lot harder.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna smack a bitch.
So all
No,
of you
it's-
managed to dodge out of the way, kind of glare at Svenna.
Sorry.
Can I see her up there?
You know what? I have another idea for you,
Yeah,
Svenna,
you'd be
real
able to.
fast. How about we don't pull on chains that are connected to
Did-
things above everybody else?
Did the whole chain fall down?
Yeah, the whole
He's
chain fell
holding
down.
it. Oh, okay.
It's
never
it's a
mind.
very rusted out, barely held together chain.
Okay.
You know, I have a better idea. How about you come back down?
Let me
Both
hit
feet
it.
on the floor.
Well, you're here. You can do whatever you want there, Rex.
Go break one of the
Kinda-
tablets.
Walks all the way in.
Where are these tablets? What needs to be
The one-
broken?
Nymeria is standing next to.
I am
Speaking
chilling
of,
like a villain.
Nymeria, did you
Go
roll me the
Yo.
investigation for the wall checking?
I did. I got a
12.
12. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of make your way and haphazardly kind of check all the walls. As you make your way around here, is anybody else doing anything else?
Can I try and break a statue in half?
Sure.
They're very expensive.
Are they?
Doesn't
They're
matter.
like
Yeah,
full
that's what we
marble
covered, is
statues,
that they're,
but
like,
you could try.
they look expensive, and that's all we know.
Neto wants to look at the other stone
And they have a symbol of a boar.
thing.
Wait, there's a symbol of a bull?
Boar.
Boar?
Like
It's
a
like
boar.
on their crest.
Yeah,
What
the
was
crest
me?
on
You're
these
not the main
statues.
character here.
First we'll start. Then we're gonna start with.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Well, nah, we're just gonna move on. I was debating on what order to do this, but Nymeria rolled first, so we'll do Nymeria first. So Nymeria, you managed to kind of make your way. Are you just checking every single wall?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. Roll a dex save.
I hate you.
Oh.
I know.
Ooh.
Kind of his job.
Oh. You're +7, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Maybe.
So you kind of been walking along, touching the wall randomly, like, and you've gotten really tired of finding nothing. Like, as you've walked along the wall, none of the bricks are loose. Nothing is opening. There's no secret button. And you're just super aggravated, and you kind of swing at this wall, and you fall right through it. You sort of tumble down some stairs.
Cute.
You catch yourself, so you don't actually damage yourself at all.
I'm gonna go over to wherever Nymeria just fell.
Yeah, everybody else will have seen her disappear at this point. So
Which wall?
This wall.
Neto just
throwing
kind of
the
sees her
statue
start
down.
to tumble, and you just hear him, "Have a nice trip."
If I were to fall
Able
from the
to go
ceiling, would I
ahead.
survive 20 feet, or should I climb down?
Am I able to
climb
go
down,
ahead
or you can
and
drop and take
kind of
fall
get up?
damage.
Am I allowed to get up and kind of like go back over to the wall and see if my hand will go back through?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back over. I'm gonna try to just place my hand through. Will it go through?
As you reach your hand at the wall, it goes straight through. On the other side of the wall, everybody else just sees
Yeah,
your
if
hand
I see a
sticking
hand,
through
I'm gonna walk
a
through the
wall.
wall.
I'm throwing the
Well, that
statue
was
through the wall.
predicament.
The statue.
Interesting.
What the fuck?
Can we hear him start hitting the statue? Because we just can't see through this wall, right?
Are you attempting to push it?
Yeah, essentially trying to topple it over.
Because it's a full ass piece of marble. It's pretty heavy, but yeah, you can give it a run.
Okay, fine. Running and shoulder shoving the shit out of it.
Great. Strength check.
Can we hear it?
is
Oh,
your
I want to be
strength?
able to move.
Oh yeah, your
I want
strength
to
is
move.
pretty
That's
solid.
20!
Don't you get like +10 to strength checks?
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be athletics?
Athletics, I get a massive +2.
Yeah, do athletics.
Oh yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
So wait, if Neto sees this, he wants to help.
Oh
Great.
Jesus! It didn't go.
Go ahead and
much
help,
better.
Ditto. Throw me in athletics.
Are you just running and pushing, or are you just pushing it?
Well, I
He
was
shoulder
actually
checked
running
it.
and pushing it.
But yeah.
But now I'm at it, and it didn't move much.
So you're still
Cool.
pushing.
Shit.
Borea
hold
and Nymeria, you hear a lot of shuffling coming through the wall, but you
I want to
can't
make
see.
eye contact with Brea and to be like, whatever they're doing, I feel like we should move a little bit further in.
We should definitely move. And she's gonna like come around here.
I'm gonna just
Can I
straight
also
push
roll
on
perception on the room while I'm here?
I would also like to do that.
Yes, so we'll get to that. So Neto. Ooh, that was almost a. Oh.
it.
Oh. That's cool.
I'm just getting up next to him and just giving the
Yeah.
full shoulder press push.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and say between the two of you, you're able to topple the marble statue, which falls through the wall, crashes down the stairs,
There was absolutely no point in that.
crash, 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 until it kind of comes to a stop at the base of the stairs, sort of blocking the entry point a bit. Like you can probably wiggle your way through, but like it's tight.
I wanna look where the statue was at the floor and kind of more investigate the bricks because they should be in a lot better condition.
I was gonna say
We're
that.
just gonna like look back to Nymeria and sigh.
The
And just kinda, like,
brickwork- What are you
Wave
looking
to
for?
Savannah. I want to see, since they're in a newer condition, wave to Savannah and point down to like, you like the bricks, right? Point at them.
Are they the same types of bricks?
It's the exact same type of brick, but they are perfectly preserved. So they
Ooh.
are bright and full of color and beautiful to look at. And obviously, if this is what the rest of the room looked like at one point, it must have been gorgeous.
Damn,
kind of rock
that's
is it?
cool.
So like Berea would have walked further into the room. Can I see the more intricate
that a
details
wolf
of like
pelt?
do I recognize this kind
Is
of
that a wolf
armor?
pelt?
You two, hold on a sec.
Is that
Okay. I have so many questions.
I
You're just
know, you need
leaving
to
me
hold
here.
on. Get the rest of the group into the room here.
I thought they were trapped outside the room.
No, they can still wiggle through. I said so.
I disagree.
Oh.
They don't belong here.
Yeah. But there's the big statue that's broken here now, so it takes a second for you guys to kind of wiggle your way in, or you can try and push it forward. Yep. That's what I figured was gonna happen. On its side, it's a lot easier to push. So Rex, I'm gonna say you've shoved that out to about here. Neto and Svenna, you guys are taking a look at the brick, yeah? Did you have additional questions regarding it?
I want to know what kind of rock it is.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh. So roll survival? No,
History.
survival.
I thought history.
Well, history would be like if you want to know something about something, but it's not. You're not determining exactly what the material is.
The never used nature check?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I might
don't
say
know. It's not-
nature.
Geology.
Hey,
Yeah,
he
go
doesn't get
with-
to walk further in the room than me.
Go with nature. Hey,
Geology.
I was
Joe
the first
ass
to
back
walk into
here.
the room. I have stated this.
We are
Try
in
to-
the room. We're
this is why I
having a
gotta
grand
pause the
time.
game. God damn it.
Is that a wolf pelt?
Maybe.
I
Okay. Nature.
have things I need to do.
Okay, yeah, you're able to determine. This looks like slate. Like, it could be slate. It looks like the lighter one is probably a limestone or something like that. Could be a marble. Because the statues are also made out of marble. So, like, just a lot of elegant stone. And now we're going to move into the other room.
Do you want me to go in first, Neto?
We'll never know.
I'll go in first.
No, we'll just kind of look over at you, look back over at where I thought Morlock was, and it just kind of yeah. Tell me if it's safe.
Will do.
All right. So, Berea and Nymeria, I would like for both of you to give me a I keep wanting to say perspective. It's perception. I don't know
You've been a
why.
DM for a long time.
Yeah,
That's
apparently.
so bullshit. That was totally a 20.
Yikes, guys.
Yeah, mine was a 20. It's just lagged.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can we do
So
it again?
as
should
you
do it
guys
again.
make your way into this, what looks to be some sort of great hall, or maybe some sort
Can
of
I also see if I recognize this with this same bro?
yeah,
I guess.
we got that.
Because like I would have done it as walking in anyway. Why?
I'm funny. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So you guys, as you enter the room here, the room is the same kind of ornate carvings and beautiful craftsmanship, but obviously everything has been ravaged by time. There seems to be a small central point here at the front, or in the center of the room, where there seems to be a throne that's very ornately carved, surrounded by braziers on a stone dais a couple steps up. There's a small campsite that seems to be placed just in front of it. There seems to be pelts and other like.
Are they wolves?
Yeah, we can say they're wolves.
Yo.
There just seems to be a lot of gathered supplies here. Cookware. The fire seems to have been burnt out for a long time, but there are some torches on the pillars that are lit and flickering, just sort of lighting up that vicinity. It seems a little odd. There's no one here, and it doesn't really look like, at least from this distance, that anybody's been here for a while.
I hate puzzles, man.
I assume if we wander around enough,
Rex.
someone's gonna try and kill us.
Is there anything that you would like to do while you're entering the room as well?
The armor.
Look for shit to break.
Great.
Wait. No, don't break shit. I would
I want to
actually
see the room.
Can I go and can I
Yeah.
go up to the wolf pelt?
Do I recognize the thing?
Okay. Rex, I'm going to go in order here. Rex, you do see around the room that there are many boxes, barrels, pots. Just a lot of stuff seems to have been gathered up into this room for some reason. It all looks pretty breakable.
Oh, in a China shop!
Borea,
It's probably
what
if
you
woke
see, at least the little bit you can see through here, with your dark vision, it just looks to be some broken benches of some sort.
Oh, so I can't see the bodies.
No, that is coming up.
Okay.
The room itself is just as ornate, if not more ornate, than the other ones, at least from what you can tell from where you are. There do seem to be some bodies in the room. They look, at least from here, it seems to be like they've been here a long time, but it's hard to tell, really. Nymeria wanted to check out the wolf pelts. Great. Everybody go.
Yay!
Yay! I would like to go to the wolf
Yay.
pelt. How big is the wolf pelt?
The wolf pelt would probably be an average sized wolf.
Ooh.
Okay,
I
I want to
wanna
go
just-
over to Rex.
I want to just like look through all the supplies and stuff that are here.
What are you rolling there? Are you just breaking the thing?
Imagine I'm literally just starting running through boxes. Literally bull in a china shop. Just like a kid at a candy store. Horns
Can I-
down,
Alright.
just fucking flailing.
Can I attempt to interrupt Rex?
Good
I-
luck.
Don't know how well that's gonna go, but yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
I'm
You're
gonna try to
right.
clear my throat and be like, "Can I ask a question of you?"
As Rex is running through boxes.
Literally, just like imagine just got through a box and there's a part of a box stuck in the horns. What's up?
Do you have any room to, by chance, carry a wolf pelt?
Sure. Sounds like a blanket to me.
She gestures over to this one right here, and she's like, "I think I can make use of it after this journey."
Very well. Oh, I'm
Struggling
fucked.
to
I'm like,
move
why the
and stuff?
There
fuck
you
can't
go.
I
You
move?
may move now.
Neto has a really good idea.
What's your good idea?
Well, when it's time to keep going, or unless they're still doing a thing, but
Can I not look through the stuff?
No, we're gonna do that. No, what's your idea first
I said-
before we? I know.
Neto is the last one in this room as Sven has walked through this wall, and Neto comes up with this beautiful idea that he thinks is hilarious. It's gonna be the funniest thing,
Oh boy.
and because he's still getting used to his newfound energies of entertainment, and decides he's gonna go ahead and disguise himself as
Uh-oh.
Barry. He wants to look a little more like Barry today.
Sorry.
Is that a
I'm
spell?
not scared.
Sven
Or
are
a
walking
kit?
together.
No, it's a spell.
Aren't you and Sven are walking together, so she would
Nope.
see you do this?
Senna
I let
has
Sven
already
walk through.
wandered. And nobody
Okay.
can see Neto. So Neto, yeah, you full on, if it's a spell, just expend the slot and you look like
Yep.
Barry now.
And then he's kind of laughing and collecting himself. Oh, and then he's gonna walk down the stairs
Okay.
to follow everybody else.
Go ahead and walk your way down the stairs real quick and into the room. Good stuff. Okay. Berea, you're looking through the stuff, yeah?
Yeah, I just want to look through the supplies.
It's just a lot of basic stuff. You do see some construction tools kind of put into a corner. Or not into a corner, but like into a pile. It doesn't seem like they were much use in here. Everything gathered around just seems to have been scrimped and scraped, probably from the surrounding rooms. For whatever reason, these people seem to be here for a long time, and you don't really know why. Not that there's any evidence that there were people here in the first place. Like,
Is this
outside
fire
of the campsite.
lit? Like, because I can see into this room, right?
This one?
Over here?
No.
No, this
The
one.
torches are lit.
This thing.
Can I go over to the
No.
throne?
Okay, it was it was orange.
Wait, which thing did you click? Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong
This
way.
Way
thing.
down.
Yes, I apologize. That is lit. Yes. Yes.
Okay, I want to walk over there after
Whatever that
people
is.
do whatever they're doing.
So at this point, the reason that I'm pausing, before you,
You gave
Uh,
us a big room. You expect us not to run around like children?
I know, I should have known better.
Yeah.
So before you, at the throne, there seems to be two spectral humanoids
Are they
that appear.
banshees?
Weird.
One has more of a whitish hue, and the other a bluish hue.
Can I?
You
Love-
what?
Can I make like a history check to see if I've ever seen anything like that before?
Sure. They don't count as
Okay.
demons, so I'm not gonna give you advantage.
Bara's just gonna look at like
Ooh,
both of them
20.
really and just be like,
Is there anything in
Hello?
your backstory that has to do with undead?
Well, not entirely, but
Mhm.
I'm just curious if I know of like ghosts or stuff, because I feel like there's
would
probably been
say-
ghost
It probably
stories
would
and stuff that
intertwine
have
with
gone
demons.
around.
Yeah, I'd say
My
you'd probably
kingdom?
recognize it, but like you wouldn't necessarily know its weaknesses, like Witcher level.
Yeah,
or
no,
anything like
I'm
that.
just trying to see if I identify it or if it's like a ghost story that I maybe heard about as far as the monster goes.
Got you. It's not a story necessarily that you'd recognize or anything like that. It just seems to be two specters that are interacting with one another.
Oh my god,
Speaking
are
of
they holding
which,
hands? They're making flower crowns? That's slay.
the white specter seems to be speaking. It seems to be a younger individual speaking to an older individual that is represented by the blue specter. Borea, yes. No, Nymeria. I apologize.
Yo, what's up?
Nymeria.
Oh.
The blue specter looks exactly like the one depicted in that mosaic you saw on the way in. He seems to this specter seems to be a male of noble descent, and looks down at the white specter with a air of disdain. The white specter seems to be speaking as if he just wants attention or approval or some sort of response from the blue specter, but the blue specter just ignores the white one. As the
Are they
blue-
speaking a specific kind of language?
They're not speaking at all. You can't hear anything. It's just they're
What you
moving
can
mouths.
tell.
But like you
Okay.
can see, based on how their features change and shift, these are the emotions that you're gleaning. At least the three of you are gleaning it. Everybody else that's farther away would have a harder time doing so.
Right.
The blue banshee sort of fades out, and the white one seems to just sort of fall. It more floats down onto its knees before it sort of starts to cry and then fades
Loser.
out.
Can I walk through
Mhm.
this thing?
Can I go sit on the throne?
You can
I
walk
want
through
to
that
see
thing,
whatever's
Svenna.
happening here.
You can sit on the throne, and we're going to start with Borea, however.
Oh, that looks awesome. I like it over here.
So,
Can I jump
Borea,
down it?
which bridge did you cross?
This one.
Okay.
The one that looks broken. God damn it.
So as you make your way, you kind of step lightly on the tile. Your boots clacking as you step on the stone. It echoes in these stone-walled areas. You also see that the entire vicinity is sort of built into an underground river. This probably leads out to the coast, just on the edge of Matai. You cross the bridge, and nothing happens.
No.
As you get closer to whatever this is, it seems to be a forge of some sort. Someone was obviously operating this at some point,
Is
but
there
it
anything, like,
seems to
being made?
there's not anything being made anymore. Whatever was made is already done. The forge seems to just be kind of winding down, if you will, but it can take an exceptional amount of time for a forge to come to a complete stop.
She's gonna like just try and look around for the weapon after that, like looking in the rooms, like trying to see what was made. Like just this room, like in between these ones and stuff.
Okay. So, with that in mind, as you kind of enter over into these rooms here, you're going to see the two
Oh.
specters, and I'm not going to keep copying and pasting them. I'm just
Yeah,
going to say they're here.
that's fine. You can just tell us.
As you kind of pass by this room, you look inside, and you can see the young white specter seems to be excited, holding aloft some sort of sword or weapon. It he's holding it in a mitt, and it seems to be glowing red. He's very excited. It seems maybe he's just forged it, perhaps. The blue specter comes walking along this bridge here, and gazes in, with at the white specter. The white specter holds up their prize, like expecting some sort of like happiness or congratulations.
Praise.
They seem to have done something good, and the blue specter just turns up their nose and walks past, leaving the white specter dejected, sad, as they both
Daddy
fade out.
issues.
Wow.
Moving over to Svenna.
Yeah.
Don't make that
Was
noise.
there nothing in either of the rooms?
Oh,
Or
I
did
should
only
mention
look in
that.
one so far?
There's a lot of like empty boxes and what seems to be degraded weapons. Like everything here is so destroyed and time rotted, it's all trash at this point. Down here, the rest of the forges don't seem to be in working order. And you do come up to the edge of what looks to be a waterfall that goes somewhere.
Well, I have questions. No, I'll do it after. I'll do it after.
I was
the
going to say, I think
thing.
we'll wait
Yeah.
and do those questions
Yeah.
in a minute.
No, yeah.
Svenna,
Yes.
so you have entered this room.
Yes.
Okay. As you take a step forward and you kind of look around, the tiles in this room change. They become more, I don't want to say necessarily more ornate, but like it's a different feel. These ones seem more ritualistic, perhaps. The room itself, it seems to have been destroyed by someone or something in the past. There were statues, chandeliers lay shattered on the floor. What looks to be pews are time rotted and warped. But something on them looks fairly fresh, looks dark, almost like perhaps blood written on them, in words you cannot recognize.
Are
As
any
you-
of these bodies like not statues?
Yeah, so the body like you're standing next to, and scattered amongst the room, there are rotting corpses.
Ugh.
You don't,
Tasty.
so they don't look new. But if this room was covered up before now, you kind of wonder where they came from. They're not
Oh.
anybody that you recognize. No one's wearing the armor of a guard of Matai, and not wearing anything like made recently. Everything seems to be degraded, or it's just all wearing with time.
Mm-hmm.
Entering into the room and looking around, you do see the two specters standing in front of this altar. The blue specter stands holding a dagger, wearing some different clothing. It's almost a robe. Seems to be reading from a book, with the white specter standing to the next of him. On the table, there is an unmoving body covered by a cloth that seems to have appeared with the specters.
Like a ghostly.
Like a
Complexion as well?
Like you're seeing a memory, if you will.
Okay.
So the white specter looks incredibly sad and dejected. The blue specter reads from this book, turns to the covered body. Only the head is showing and the eyes are open on what looks to be another. You can tell between the white and the blue specter that they're related in
Mhm.
some form or fashion, and based on the facial features and like how they look, you can tell that the body was also one of the family members.
Aw.
The blue specter closes the eyes on the body, hovers it. The white specter walks over to the blue and attempts to touch, like, lovingly or comfortingly. The elder specter, the blue one, instead pulls away and stomps off down the hallway,
Oh.
leaving the white specter dejected as they fade away.
Shit.
Can I do things? Or are we doing things?
We're moving over to Rex and Nymeria.
I don't want to actually sit in the throne. I'm kind of interested with what's over here.
Make your way in. There seems to be a doorway directly behind the throne. Entering into this room here, it seems to have been some sort of gathering room, a council chamber. The table itself in the center is made of stone and has maintained its beauty even though it's worn by time. Same with the chairs. They are also all stone chairs. They seem to have probably had some sort of cloth on them, but it's whittled away with time. The edges of the room also have what seem to be like decorative curtains, which are also very degraded. A chandelier lays broken on the table. It looks like it probably hung up above the table at one point. That's that room, yeah.
Any of the walls seem super brittle, able to push through and, you know.
Oh,
break.
Roll
God
an
damn.
investigation check.
Can I also look further into the bodies that are rotting?
You probably could, but we will get there.
Okay.
Yeah. Rex,
we seem
there
to be doing
is.
a cycle thing.
Yeah, I have to kind of cycle between everybody.
It's like the furthest away our party has been broken up.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see, because this doesn't normally happen. Rex,
Love
these
y'all.
walls are very sturdy. They were well crafted. It would be very difficult, if it's at all possible, to break one of these walls.
Don't tempt me. That's just rude.
It's more likely you break your arm before breaking a wall.
Bitches be tripping.
Material is the chandelier made of?
Chandelier seems to have been made of some sort of precious metal, likely gold. It seems very tarnished, or at least time-worn. But it could probably be cleaned up.
Is Morlock still standing here on the stairs?
Yep, Morlock just hanging out over here.
He could run.
You good?
As Neto,
Good.
you know, and comes down the stairs all the way, he'll kind of like, he sees Rex and Nymeria kind of going off, and he's, you know, kind of awestruck by how big the room is, and kind of looking around, he looks over at Morlock, and he kind of like locks eyes for a second, and he kind of
Remember
can
you
tell.
look like Barry, right?
Exactly. He can kind of tell that the disguise doesn't work, and he kind of points at him, and just generally in common, and just like, don't ruin it. And then, but he turns back around, and he just, Neto's gonna wander off this way, because pretty sure, you know,
Everybody's
This
just
was-
splitting up. Got it.
this was one of the ways. Is this the
We're
door, or
all
is this
gonna
an
get killed.
plane? The door or arch?
That's just an arch. You can walk through.
Okay.
I think it was initially supposed to be a door, but I'm not treating it as such.
Okay. Yeah.
Neto, we'll go with you, and then I'll rotate again.
Yay!
You enter into what looks to have been the kitchen.
Oh,
Because of course you did.
course.
Follow my nose.
So
Yeah.
the room is really destroyed by time. There's not a lot going on
I
here.
would like to use my super nose. Is
All
the
right.
food?
Super nose for food. Go. Roll with advantage. Yeah. Good thing it's with advantage.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I should have just clicked the button. All right, whatever.
That's fine. So Super Nose is not
He's-
getting
yeah.
much of a sniff here. You do smell something, but you're not really sure what the smell is. Whatever it is, it's
Very
old, and
rotting
it's coming
corpses.
from over back here,
Yeah, like,
somewhere in
either
those
direction.
boxes.
Yeah, you know, just kind of taking his time to walk and just kind of check around, glancing across the table, waving his torch around, trying to get like look around the shadows of everything, and I want to take a double check at this. Is this just a smaller table, or is this?
It just looks like a smaller table of some sort. There's like cabinetry, but not anything in it. It's all just broken tableware or glasses or pitchers. They're either made of clay, anything that was made of value. It's either rusted or just worn away to the point where it's not worth anything anymore.
Is that a pot? Either what used to be a fireplace. Yeah, so
I think this used to be the fireplace. That just looks like some sort of sill. Yeah, I would say it's a bowl of some petrified substance.
yeah. No, you can come around the
If he
table
eats
and
it, I swear to God.
He's gonna eat it.
I want to pop the top off, see if there's anything in there.
Oh my God.
He's gonna eat it.
Roll. Yeah, all right. So you just pop the top off. The top being the top layer of the food.
Yeah, just
The
Oh, I thought
whole
it was in
thing
a
falls out. It's
jar.
completely petrified. It falls as you just popped it off to the ground, or what?
yeah, just kind of just like
Yeah.
try to
No, then
pull
it
off
hits the
side.
ground and just shatters. Like whatever it was, some sort of gruel, perhaps. It's just shattered completely.
Just kind of like looks at it, looks back at the pot, and just kind of walks away from it. It's fine. And you're gonna keep following the nose, try and go out towards this back corner.
Okay. So walking into the room, it just looks to be a storeroom. The smell that you were smelling seems to be coming from the back of the storeroom. There seems to be some bags of what was probably once a very long-lasting food source. Whatever it is now, though, is not fit for anybody's consumption, animal or otherwise.
Says you. Yeah, no, just gonna take my time and start searching through all the different boxes and kind of pulling at different lids and anything, and take my time to search through everything. See
Yeah,
if
roll investigation, and we will return.
Me?
Borea.
Okay. I want
What
to
were your
grab
questions?
like a stone from here,
Uh-huh.
and then.
Chuck it.
No, I'm not an idiot. I'm gonna cast light on it, and then I'm gonna chuck it.
Amazing. Okay. So you cast light and huck it into the darkness. The stone flies out and it falls a long way, and the light seems to get dimmer and dimmer as it goes further down before finally splooshing into a water source down below.
Can I see how long this ladder is as well?
Yeah, the ladder is about 30 feet, and then it just looks
It doesn't
like it
reach
broke.
the water then.
Does not breach the bottom.
God damn it.
The sound of the waterfall almost drowns out the sploosh of the stone hitting the water at the bottom. And from up here, this is probably a couple 100 feet in depth. It goes down a very long ways.
I'm assuming this just connects to this room anyway, so I'm probably gonna just sadly walk away after the ladder isn't as long as I wanted it to be.
Now, something I'm going to mention to everybody, because at this point, all of you would have noticed. As you've been walking through, there seems to you didn't notice it right off the bat, but there seems to be a mist of some sort obscuring vision anywhere but from where you are currently. It sort of hits at the
So you
edges.
don't like us having dark vision?
It hits at the edges of your point of view.
So like, how long is that? Like here to?
Well, like you
60?
can see, but there seems what I mean to say. Let me rephrase what I'm saying. There is a black mist that gathers in the areas that you're not directly looking at, and every time you look there, the mist sort of floats away.
Oh, okay.
Like in the peripherals almost?
Right.
I get it. Also, I'm gonna go around and meet up with where Nymeria is.
Okay. So as you're making your way over, Rex and
You wouldn't know we're over here. You didn't see shit.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
guess. I will walk to
these
here.
two.
I would see them, and I would do this.
No, quick, hide.
Hiding.
You're making your way over. So I'm gonna say you're probably around here while they're entering this room. So I will say you probably wouldn't know where they are.
You
You
two both
guys
did
are doing
so bad.
terrible, by the way.
You're both like crouching just on the floor,
Get on my
just
shoulders.
hoping to hide.
Just psst. Maria's coming. We gotta make sure she can't. No, I'm joking. She doesn't.
I'm sorry.
He knows.
She
Um,
knows.
The
Hello,
only reason they're
Fiona.
I'm gonna say succeed on this quote unquote stealth check is because they were already moving in this direction, right?
Oh, what, do I not know where they are then?
So I'm gonna say you didn't see what direction they
I
are.
wanted to go behind the throne anyway. I'm just gonna look
Then,
around in
yeah,
this
to
room
go
then.
behind
I
the
wouldn't
throne.
follow them in there.
Yeah, you're not necessarily following. But that being said,
No.
Say shit.
while you're on your way over, Rex and Nymeria,
Ah!
what is happening?
Running.
Got it.
See, people are getting it. Bro, it's something to be afraid of.
What the fuck is that?
What? I want to know.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
That's from earlier?
that's Borea's vision.
Oh,
worry
yeah,
about it.
I'm glad it wasn't worth going over.
Nymeria, are you checking out the room or are you following Rex?
I am gonna stop to go and check out the room because this right here is interesting me. And so is like this, and I just kind of want to see if there's anything of value amongst the rubble.
As you're kind of taking a look around, roll investigation for me.
You got it.
Looking around.
Damn, my investigation and my decks have been on fire.
Doing great.
Everything else has been ass.
So as you investigate the room, you come across what looks to be a book. It's
You don't
you're gonna
say
find
a
it on
book?
you're gonna find it on top of this dresser, and
Bark, bark, bark,
surprisingly
woof,
not worn with time. It's the only item in the room that is not degraded.
Tell me about her. What is she like?
It's a red tome of some sort.
It's a red
Oh,
tone.
redhead.
Are you just looking at it? Are you touching
I
it?
would
What are you
like
doing?
to I would like to pick it up. I would like to run my hand across the spine to see if there's any words to it
Mhm.
that I can read.
So, picking it up, there is a layer of dust that seems to come off of the dresser, but the book itself is completely clean. As you run your hand along the spine, it doesn't seem to have any actual imprinted text there, not at least as far as you can tell.
I would like to open up the book and start seeing if there's any words inside.
Great, we're going to come back to that.
I got
Because
a book,
Rex
guys. It's
fucked
so
off.
exciting. I got a book.
Where are you going, Rex?
I'm throwing a torch into this room
That's
over there.
sounds
Okay.
so fun.
Huck that
Don't you
torch
wanna
over.
see my book?
And it hucks over. Now you have a torch over. You don't actually have to huck it, but
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you did. You did a good job, buddy.
Oh, shit, I think I hit the wall with that.
You probably bounced off, but that's fine. It landed where you wanted it.
Yeah.
The room itself is dingy, old. There seems to have been some sort of fountain here at one point, and there's looks to have been some insane happenstance here. It doesn't look like all these people
What does
were
insane
in
mean?
combat, but the bodies here are just strewn about, and not all of them are old. You can get closer to investigate if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Roll investigation for me.
Oh, yes, always. That one. Hello.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Great, we're gonna come back to that. I need to know exactly what Borea, Svenna, and Netto are currently doing. Actually, Netto, you're probably
I'm
fine for the
like,
moment.
there's nothing in that room. I would have just been walking through, and eventually I probably would have stopped with Nymeria.
Then I would say you're gonna be in the doorway for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
Savannah, are you doing anything? Are you staying in this room and looking around? What are you doing?
I wanted to investigate the bodies that were not statues.
Great. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
And to clarify, as I roll this, where is it here? I'm using the tip of my dagger. I'm not touching them with my
That's very wise.
self.
These bodies seem to have been here for a very long time. But even so, it seems very strange. The bodies look very, very old, but not old enough to have been here for as long as this facility has been here. These look like they must have been here
Does
after,
anyone know
well
keeping an
after.
eye on Morlock?
Nope.
Nope.
Y'all left him unattended again.
I can't manage him. I can't speak to him.
So as you kind of poke the body, you notice that there's not, like, they seem to have been wearing robes of some kind, but like the bodies are still fleshy. It's weird. It's weird that they're fleshy. They shouldn't.
Can I determine like cause of death or like anything like that? They're fleshy.
They're fleshy, but the cause of death is not obvious. There doesn't seem to be any necessary like wounds outside of maybe some like cuts along the side of the flesh, which would have happened after their death. There's not like a death blow on them.
Mm-hmm. What
Neto?
do their... Oh, sorry.
Nope, you're good. You can ask your question.
What do their fleshy faces look like? Like eyes
Disfigured,
open, closed?
morphed. The eyes are either open, closed, or missing.
Ooh.
They're grayed out and oozy, or just sockets.
Oh, okay.
The actual flesh would be like up against the bones, and if there is flesh and not skin, it's saggy. The skin itself just sort of hangs on the bones and falls into any cavities where there isn't flesh.
Okay.
I can keep going if you like.
No, I think I have the image in my head.
Good.
Yeah.
It's whether she
Neto.
wants it in her head.
You're rummaging around for that food, right?
Trying to find something. Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and move you up into this corner then.
Mhm.
So while everybody is in their own little world here,
I like my world.
Borea, you kind of step forward into the room here. Nymeria, you're holding that big red book.
Yup.
You've opened the big red book. In
Yep.
front
Yeah.
of you, in front of you appears that that white banshee that you saw before.
That's the one that isn't the noble?
That is the one that seems
It
to be
actually is
looking
a
for
banshee?
approval.
I love that shit.
The specter, you know. It sees you touching the book, appears out of thin air, and comes at you, bursting forth from what seems to be nothingness, and screams the loudest scream
Do we actually have
you've
to take the
ever
damage from the scream?
heard.
I like to say that she probably fumbles, drops the book, and immediately goes into a crouch holding her ears.
Borea's kind of like gonna put hands over her ears and like take a step back, not like enough to be out of the room, but more in the doorway.
So at this point, the
Do we have to
scream
take the
rings
scream
out.
damage?
Not yet.
I don't want to take it. I know it hurts.
The scream rings out from your room, the room that you two are standing in, and it echoes throughout all the chambers, and all the other people in your party hear this echoey scream that starts soft.
God damn it, Namira, you and your
Echoes throughout
goddamn
the
books.
entire room. Rex, the room that you're in seems to shake and tremble as she screams. Venna, as you're exiting the what looks to be some sort of chapel,
Oh no, I'm scared.
the room also shakes and trembles at the scream. Neto, as you're looking for some kind of leftover food, the scream shakes and trembles the room. And as you reach in, because you're unfazed by this, you reach in to kind of find something, and all of a sudden you grab something very fleshy that goes.
I mean, you could eat it if you tried.
Hold on. I have to do this all one at a time here. Yeah, I'm gonna just say, Rex, good luck, bud.
Oh, this is why you don't run off.
Damn it! You should have stayed with us.
That goes over there.
We have
You
to
could
deal with
hear
a
it on my mic,
banshee.
not his. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I
I
have a
would like-
question. Banshees
Yep.
count as undead. Does my radiant damage do the cool thing?
Probably.
It should, yeah.
Cool.
Is the banshee just screaming? Is it not like?
It is
It's
currently
just screams
screaming
Oh.
right now. It just screamed like it's not the banshee scream that you're expecting, like that you're
Oh,
looking for,
thank
high
God.
table.
I so bad.
But it is more of like a call to arms, perhaps might be the right phrase.
Can I
Alright.
when the scream kind of stops, I do want to like almost fumble and grab the book and shove it in my bag.
When Berea like comes back, she's gonna like just stop and slowly turn to this thing beside her.
So guess what, guys?
Can we not?
Shenanigans.
Can we just do another session?
Actually, we will not have time to do all of the combat, so we will go ahead and pick it
Oh.
up at this combat
Mhm.
because we're
Is
hard
it-
stopping.
Oh, we don't have to.
We do.
We
have
could rush combat.
Not this. This is a big ass combat.
I know, but I want
Oh,
to
it's
do
gonna
it.
take at least like
I
an
don't
hour.
think
I feel
you
like.
know how many things are everywhere.
No, but I want to do the combat.
Would you like to see a picture of what Bear is looking at?
Yeah.
I
Let me post this for you.
Don't you show them shit.
All right.
I want
Show
to
me
see his
everything.
weaknesses.
They are not allowed to see.
Not
Rex
to
is
mention,
fucked.
if we
Only
don't have-
allowed to hear.
All right, I like this. So, with that being said, that's our session for today.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, but all we did was walk around. We need
You did.
combat.
You do
don't
need you can shoot each other.
Okay, who wants to shoot me? I'll shoot them back.
Berea, do you want to take a pack to cut our hands and that'll be that?
I'm good. That doesn't benefit me like it does you.
Uh,
Are we
So-
rolling initiative right as we start our next session?
yes,
Or
we will.
okay.
Because I'm gonna have to divide up these enemies into groups.
Are we
Yeah.
Oh,
gonna do
yeah.
that,
There's
like,
quite
one
a
at
number.
time, or are
The
we gonna do
combat's
it
gonna be
all
so good.
together?
Dude, Ford, I feel like we
Yeah.
probably got the easy room compared to our friends.
Maybe. I don't know. How many do you guys have?
I'm not saying.
We have the Banshee. If the Banshee's an actual Banshee, I'm terrified of that thing.
Well, because that's gonna be very difficult considering
I can kill
Banshee
it quite
stat blocks.
quickly, I hope.
Yeah, but Banshee stat blocks are a little spooky.
Its scream is what scares me. That's like a ridiculous amount of damage.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
I
scream is
know.
not good.
I've looked at Banshees because they're like a good, amazing thing. I love them.
This is why I'm happy I'm with the healer.
Oh, good luck getting heals. I have more important things for my spell slots.
There is no heals. There's only death. So, that'll close up our session for today. Thank you,
This
everybody.
room would have been so much
for
safer. I should have just
watching.
left you. Oh, wait, I have questions. Were there any in the waterfall room?
Yes.
How many? Would I have died?
So
That's
anyway,
always a question.
What?
Not necessarily, like, you know.
I just don't know if I should
Guaranteed.
regret my decisions or not.
We should have
I
gotten
completely
Rise for
forgot
this
there's
shit.
some on that side.
there's so much space, guys.
There's so many other rooms that are all just gonna run for us.
Alright, so this, fuck, we're paused.
You could always
Yes,
just
sir.
run back to us. I mean,
What are you trying to figure out the distance?
You're only at the end
Yeah,
of the
give me the
hall, right?
distance to that. Yep,
40
okay,
feet.
cool. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
All right. Any final questions before I close out?
Can we play 4
Uh,
more hours?
No. Good question.
Yes.
Next.
So it's 2
Um,
weeks from now, the next session?
Yeah. So what we're gonna be looking at here is
Making us wait 2 weeks for the combat?
yeah, we have to wait a while for the
Yeah,
combat.
yeah.
I'm sorry. We
Oh,
have
that's
so next week I have a procedure being done, which I will
Oh.
not really be able to DM or
That's
talk
fair,
or
but
do anything really. So I don't even know what my schedule looks like for next week. Thanks, Ryan.
I have a question.
What's your question?
What does zombie taste like?
You can find out next time.
All right.
Dragon Ball
Who's
Z.
gonna
No.
bite it?
So
Biting it would turn you into
tentatively,
something.
tentatively it will be tentatively it'll be next week. Not next week. The week after next week. I
To
know
the
that
end of
the
the month.
healing can take a week or two, so I won't know until the
Until you're
week
there.
after. Yeah, until we're
Mhm.
there, whether or not I'll be able to run it the second week.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll
That
either
makes
be
sense.
1 or 2 weeks till our next session.
Hell
Wait.
yeah.
Can't believe you're making
One,
us wait that long for combat.
Yeah.
It would
To be
technically
fair,
be 2
it
or
is
3
just
weeks.
combat, so
I
we
have
could
another
maybe
question.
do that.
What's your question?
Can zombies climb?
Guess you'll find out
Oh,
next
I-
time.
Actually, yeah. Can we get a universe description of what these zombies can do? Like, are they World War Z? Are they
Oh,
Day of the
that's fair.
Dead?
So bullshit.
Are they
because
Left 4
blood
Dead with some
hunters.
bullshit?
They're gonna be
See-
like, what's the best way
Wait
to
a minute.
describe these?
Wait a
They
fucking
move
minute.
at a normal pace, so they will keep up with you. So I guess Left 4 Dead is that.
Got it.
Respect. Actually, I'd probably put them right on Left 4 Dead level. Actually,
Maria's gonna turn and slap that one immediately. It just popped out the ground
Normal.
right next to her. She's just gonna slap it. With the staff, obviously.
Bro.
Doesn't want to
Oh
touch
my
it.
god.
I
Like
cannot
skeletons.
wait.
I'm just
From-
saying, I have survival checks advantage on undeads.
Hey,
You're gonna need it.
hey Blaine.
I have
Yep.
another question.
What was
Oh
your
my
question?
fuck off with your questions!
What's
They're
your
good
She's trying to
questions.
figure out how she can. Wait, Sal, how many do you have?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
Enough.
There's-
No sharing
Haven't rolled
information.
the number
Wait,
right.
Sal,
What is the
Nope.
this is why you
Ooh,
should have set up
This is
psychic
actually a really
whispers.
good point to bring up here.
No one
So,
tell anyone.
I would prefer, because I think it'd be more fun, if you all just don't tell each other about how many zombies you have and don't rewatch this portion of the video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't going to
Oh.
anyway.
My
That
question
way,
is,
it'll be fresh next time. Yeah. What's your
what
between
is
question?
me and
the
you,
difference
Decaf.
between this
Wait,
and this,
it-
or this and this?
As far
any
as
of-
height?
No, length. Like, theoretically, if I climbed one, could I jump to the other?
I feel like they can't jump that well.
Yeah.
I want you to do me a favor, Sal. Go ahead and play Elder Scrolls Oblivion and look at the zombies and skeletons for that, and then play any other game with zombies and skeletons. You think they're easy.
You could probably hop from pillar to pillar, but it would require a check, and if you fail, you will take fall damage.
Right.
And you'd
okay.
probably
And
get
then you'll be
swarmed, so
surrounded.
be
Yeah.
aware of that.
Also, are any of you together? Like Neto and Svenna, are you together? You're not,
Nope.
right? Oh god, it's literally me
You
and Naomi
guys
who are together,
split
and
the
that's it.
party so fucking hard.
I am so glad I walked back. I was literally, it was that or jump for me. And
I was
probably
kind of
would've jumped.
hoping that you'd be down there, to be honest, because at this point,
I
I'm just
really
interested
wish
to see
I
who
was, because I
survives.
kind of, because if I jumped, I can fly out.
Be good for me and you though, because then me and you can go ahead and just kind of team up as we go and
I
try
feel
to
like
get other
we'll
people.
be okay in this situation, but Banshee, I don't like the
So-
Banshee. She's gonna half health me with that scream.
Just cut your
Dude,
ears off.
You're gonna be fine. Everybody else is zombie
I'm
Joe.
not- Oh, okay, we're good.
Great. So
I don't know
everybody,
why, but I'm really hoping that the Banshee has sentience enough to have a good conversation. You know what I
I
mean?
would
Like,
love to have conversation with the Banshee. Like, I'll take your book from you and give it back. We've had experience in me taking your books.
Yikes. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We will be back tentatively in 2 weeks for this. Depending on how my recovery goes the week after next, you might see a little bit of streaming, but we'll see. And there'll probably be some streaming up to that point. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Catch y'all later.
Hell
I
yeah.
miss D&D.